IBX, Toy Cat, and the intros to these always go so strange. Either it starts 2 seconds into my intro or it doesn't. But anyway, hello, I'm IBX Toy Cat, and on today's Superflat Survival, the 15th by the way, I can't believe how long this has been going on. On today's particular episode, what we're going to be doing is going to be quite big because we are going to be taking our one villager, which is nice, having a full, set of trades that we can make, and we're getting wandering traders, it's really nice. We're turning our one villager into 2 villagers, into a whole village, perhaps we could say, of villagers. I would almost go as far as to suggest that villagers are meant to live in villages. That's a crazy idea I've had. And the way we're going to be doing that is by the totally skill-based and definitely not random event at all of getting thunder. We've been awake for so long now, it's been hours and hours and hours of live stream, that there is no doubt in my mind that we will be getting thunder today. And by no doubt in my mind, I mean, well, could spend literally days waiting for it, but I'm sure today it will happen, and I'm looking forward to that. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and yeah, so we're waiting for lightning. In the meantime, we're doing trades of villagers. We still get pretty nice discounted trades on pumpkins and on wheat. So we do some farming, we do some building of the village itself. As you can see, I've set up 2-ish villager houses. I mean, I've arguably not set up any villager houses because they can't really live in any of these. But we're finishing setting up villager houses while also trying to get the different types of woods, while also trying to work on the bigger projects. I am also going to be preparing for my mega project. If I haven't mentioned it yet, it's one I'm very excited about. And yeah, there's a lot going on today. I hope you enjoy the journey because it's going to be a big one. And it's going to be a fun one, if we're being totally honest. So yeah, I put the member goal back on stream because we were using it for the zombie counter, then for the pig counter, then for the time since thunder. Also, thank you very much for the first tip of the stream. Always appreciate to see, by the way. I'm so happy that time to bread up some villagers. You know what? It's funny, I just kept getting comments saying, why are you going to be breeding villagers, Toy Cat? I was like, I don't know what you're saying. Is this a joke about, like, because you do breed villagers of bread, but it was a thumbnail typo. It's so weird, I guess, so one of the interesting things about YouTube, like I've said, even though I like YouTube being this very much like, in indie pursuit almost, like there's, it is mostly a pursuit that we are doing, like by ourselves to some large extent. There's no denying that nowadays you need some help, and so Harrison's does an amazing job with the stream thumbnails and with a lot of editing. And small mistake gets made. One of the 2 of us should have spotted it, but neither of us did. And so every now and then stuff like that happens. But yeah, again, it's like it's a weird thing that you'd think it would be more common if you're making stuff by yourself. It's just, yeah, when there's more people involved, it's more embarrassing when it's like, man, do neither of us not know how to spell bread? I mean, breed. I mean, if you, like, okay, why is breed spelled breed and bread is spelled bread, but not pronounced, you know what I'm saying, right? Like, when you look at the word bread, it looks like it should be pronounced breed. Like, oh yeah, let me get some of that breed going. But it's not pronounced breed, and I'm not sure I can give you, like, a great reason as to why it shouldn't be. That's all I'm trying to say. So, so I can't bring back the timer. I think there's something, okay, this is I learn about streaming a lot of weird things over time. One of them is this, like, instant compelling nature of a timer. The closest thing we have to it, though, is the member goal. So if you like seeing things slowly go up, all you've got to do is become a Toy Cat member. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Then head should be pronounced heed. I mean, you know what? I'm down with that. If that's what it takes to make the world perfect, I'm totally down with it. Do you normally make your MS Paint thumbnail, says Michaela? Yeah, you can tell when I've made a thumbnail because it's an MS Paint, and I'm just like, well, this is the best we can do on short notice, huh? Because of the great vowel shift. It's, overall, it's weird to me that, because English is such an unstructured language, it just, like, moves around all of the time. And yeah, like you mentioned, like, the vowels just change their meaning at some point. Also, I should be using this money to put gas in my car, but instead I'm giving it to Toy Cat, says Mountain Man 894. You know what? Congratulations, Mountain Man 894. You made the eco-conscious decision. Oh wait, sorry. That's Mountain Man 894. You made the environmentally friendly decision to support Toy Cat with the Toy Cat tax. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. It is much obliged. Is that what people say? I feel like that's an old-timey saying. Much obliged. I do appreciate y'all tipping me right now. Yeah, no, I'm glad you do. Also, second time catching a stream live. Shut up and take my $5. Also, missed the opportunity to donate first, damn it. There is an interesting, you know, I guess this is the human desire to, like, doing something first does have this, like, innately appealing thing that is, it's hard to just, yeah, explain, but it's definitely true. And English is a descriptive language as opposed to a prescriptive language. But I feel like other like, you know, like, even every, okay, so let's put it this way. If I say the word fleeboofloop, you know that's a made up word. Or if I say the word, I don't actually know what fun words I can say to give an example. But, okay, if I start pronouncing the word bread, like breed, like I'm gonna eat some breed, I like to put the butter on my breed. No, I can't do an accent. It's gotta be distinctly English for this point to make sense. If I say the word breed, you know, and I'm saying it that way, you all know what I'm saying, and that's like fine. But also people would say it's incorrect. Even though it's a descriptive language, we still have these notions of what's correct and incorrect. So you know how the word literally got redefined, right? I'm literally dying right now. But like literally doesn't mean like figuratively, it means, you know, actually, like I'm literally playing Minecraft right now. I'm literally going to be playing Minecraft for 2 hours on a flat world, but I'm not literally dying right. I mean, I guess in the sense that we're all literally dying all of the time, but I hope you understand what I was trying to say when I said I'm literally dying and that I was using hyperbole, as I believe it is pronounced. But my point there is, like, even though English is a descriptive language, we all have these notions that like, oh, but it's not okay that it's that way. You know, like, when they teach you English in school, they don't say, oh yeah, you can use any words you like, as long as people understand you, that's what really matters. They go, no, this is the correct way to write things. And I think that kind of smooths out a lot of, like, isn't it crazy that, like, someone from, also hyperbole. Exactly, that's how it's pronounced. It is, hyperbole. No, I to this day, all it was is I had an English teacher. I was 14, and she showed this word, and I was like, yeah, hyperbole. She's and she's like, well, I'm not gonna stop you calling it hyperbole, but you know, people will laugh at you at some point in your life. And I was like, I'm just gonna keep doing it anyway. Can't tell me what to do. Can't try and subtly imply with the threat of people laughing at me in the future. But then I realized people might laugh at it. But now that's like a good thing. Now you're like, oh yeah, Toycat, you make these funny. You know, I enjoy your streams because you say things like hyperbole. You know, that's the peak of stream entertainment. It's just saying the word hyperbole slightly wrong. It's pronounced hyperbole. Oh, it's hyperbole. Oh, my bad. Apologies. Bad banana. Good to see you, bad banana. You know, no offense. I don't think there's such thing as a good banana. I think bananas are such a narrow range of, like, good. And I get that, like, it's probably because they're so cheap that we see them as being so average and etc. But you know what? Maybe we should have more discussions about why that is. Also, thanks for making, also, did you see Wattle's Insta story? He had a Toycat morning. It's cool to see another YouTuber support a lot the way he does. I want to know what he means by that. I'm so curious. It blew my mind. Okay, you know what? It blew my mind to learn Wattles was from the UK, and then he also has a wife. Like, I need to just like hit him up sometime. I really feel because he's from the PlayStation, if I'm not mistaken. I hope I'm not getting that wrong. But I feel as though we'd have a lot in common. It'd be a fun thing to collab. But it's the same as, like, you know, why don't you talk to the cute girl across the bar? It's like, well, you know, if I don't do it, then that's where my life's going. You have to, like, you know, build up your whole thing. You know, honestly, who actually does that? Who actually is like, well, you know what? I'm sure that someone would appreciate me talking to them solely because I find them slightly attractive. Maybe I'm just not tuned into the way normal people work. Also, yeah, I wanna keep planting, but the creeper is making it a little bit scary for me to consider. No. Okay. Okay, there's no more creepers this way. So we'll just keep on planting the seeds, and there's a spider jockey. Well, that's a sign I'm getting out of here. That's a sign that I should not be here any longer. You can't fail what you don't try. I leave it at that. I don't know, though, like, as a society, we definitely have a big, we collectively also say, like, well, you can't fail what you don't try, and that's, but also, you know, there's a lot of things that you shouldn't be trying. Like, you know, there's a first time for everything besides, you know, rape, murder, and incest. Like, you don't, those things, like, actually, there's not a first time for those. Let's leave the number of times you attempt those. Oh gosh, phantomed right into a spider jockey. Oh, I'm getting wrecked by the combination of these things. Oh, please don't get me, mister. Okay, so now if there was a time to switch out to beef, it is right now. I don't think the spider jockey could get over here. Yeah, he's getting trapped in the hole. Oh, he's... the spider is literally killing the... Perfect. That's what I want to hear. And now we'll get back to farming our pumpkins, because I want to trade the villager before tomorrow. Again, it's all about farming as many emeralds as we can get, because when a wandering trader comes around, we need to get... Oh my god, I hate you so much. I spend most of my life just being upset with the existence of phantoms. They're not even here all the time. If they were, I could appreciate, like, well, you know, this is a part of Minecraft. But they're not usually. I never see them. You know, just randomly you get hit by one. It's just they don't have a consistent schedule, it seems, is my point. Phantom into a spider jockey, definition of a bad time. Yeah, literally, two of the worst mobs for that. Also, thanks for making Easter more entertaining. Oh, happy Easter. I went on this rant a tiny bit on Twitter. Easter is the worst holiday. Okay, so every holiday has this upside downside thing, right? Of like, well, Christmas, it's really there's 2 days a day, like there's lots of things that don't work on Christmas, right? Because everyone spends that time with their family is the logic that we all use and we collectively agree on. However, okay, so we're gonna quickly wake you up. I'm gonna sell you some wheat, and we're gonna sell you some things. I hope he keeps selling them for so cheap for a really long time, because I'm getting some great stuff. Words and such
go here, toy cat tax.
Thank you so much, anonymous dab. We need Easter presents. You know, I'm gonna get everyone Easter present. No, but like, yeah. So the best Easter present you can get, the thing that makes Easter worthwhile, is someone gives you a bit of chocolate, right? And it's like, oh, that's so great. I love chocolate. And don't get me wrong, like I definitely loved chocolate a lot more when I was younger, but like even now, it's like, yeah, there's an enjoyment to chocolate, which is, I'm not gonna pretend it's not there. But it's also one of those really cheap joys you can get anytime. You know? And also, the amount of chocolate you get for Easter, if you're raking it in, is like too much. Like, what are you gonna do with 7 Easter eggs? That's too much. That's chocolate for far too long. You know, it's not even enjoyable by the time you get past your 4th Easter egg. And so, Easter, the upside is you get chocolate, which is, oh god, see? It just appears out of nowhere. Just right out of nowhere, into my face. But the upside is that you get some chocolate, which is not only sickening, so you can only eat so much of it, but also you know, even as a child, even child me could spot this. Like, so for Christmas, you know, you might get like a, you know, if you're really lucky, you might get like a brand new game worth, what, like 50, 60 pounds, $60. I don't know what it costs, but like, they're expensive, right? If you're really, you know, if it's a primo Christmas, or it's like a particularly close relative, and you know, you combine your Santa, your birthday, your Christmas all together, you might get a games console. Do you know what a games console costs? It's genuinely that it's steep, right? The cost for a games console, very high. You know, that's an amazing. As a child, you don't. I can only speak to my childhood, but I didn't have. You know, as a child, you don't have access to the sort of money that a game console costs. And, you know, but it's not the sort of thing that you just get randomly bought. But, you know, a Christmas, an occasion, now that's something where you get those big things. But Easter, the upside is you get chocolate. Again, I hate to brag, but I can buy, even as a child, it's like, yeah, you just need to scrounge together, you know, 40 pence for a chocolate bar. And then you can have chocolate. In fact, I used to buy the Sainsbury's basic chocolate. It was like 21p. You get a whole bar of chocolate for 21p. I could have chocolate whenever I wanted. And the downside to a holiday, the trade-off is because everyone spends the time off work doing all that stuff, nothing is open. And so, if you're an adult, and you know, let's say I am an adult, hate to...
Howdy Toy Cat. There was video game back in the day called Hyperbole. It was a multiplayer game that
I think I've heard of it, actually.
Screen and trackball. Here is your allowance.
Thank you so much. But I love the allowancing of this. You know, it's like, you know, if It's a fun way to describe the toy cat tax. I mean, if you think about it, right? Why is it that when you go out and you work a job, they call it like pay? Really, it should be like, okay, you know, as your lovely, you know, parent and / employer, I'm gonna give you a little bit of allowance. You did a really good job on the sales pitch today, and so I'm gonna give you a slightly bigger allowance this week. You know, I'm just saying, there's a smart thing. But anyway, so the downside is because everyone's not working, everything is shut. So as an adult where you're not getting chocolate and you don't care about chocolate as much, and also you can buy it even more often. Again, if 30p is hard to get as a child sometimes, but as an adult, genuinely, you can be at the lowest of your low and spending 40, 50 pence, cents, euro cents, you know, whatever currency you're working in. It's not a horrifically unaffordable thing, but everything shuts. Oh, wanna go out to the? Oh, it's shut. Oh, you gonna finally get that errand done? Oh, it's shut. I went to Costco today because I was, you know, I was nearish enough at Costco, and to get there, it was like, well, there was apparently a big football thing going on at the particular thing, and it's like, well, this is fine, you know, like it'll be worth it because I'll get my £1, you know, 50 hot dog drink, and it'll be a nice little trip. I'll enjoy myself on this day. And it's closed 4 days a year, and one of those days is Easter. And it's like, oh, so Easter is actually a punishment. Easter is this grand, you know, I don't mean to liken my suffering to that of the big guy himself, but I mean, I kind of know what it's like to be crucified now, because, I mean, I'm just saying. Also, go treat yourself to a chocolate bar. See, right, Amy, you could literally tip me right now, and you did. You tipped me right now enough to buy, I bought a double-decker. It's a British chocolate bar. It's like nugget. There's some biscuits, some things in it, I don't even know. Chocolate, maybe some caramel. It's got a lot of flavors going on. It's real good. 55p. It's my favorite chocolate bar, probably. I can genuinely buy almost 4 of my favorite chocolate bars with something that you tipped as like, just like, oh yeah, here you go. Here you go. It's no big deal. Like, I can buy more chocolate than I want to eat this. Let's be honest, if I'm rushing through it, maybe a couple of days. But more, you know, like, I can get it done very quickly. I keep going to fast food places. They're closed at odd times because no employees. Yeah, I have heard that that's, oh, why are my emeralds in such different piles, by the way? What an inefficient, random thing. 4 chocolate bars, that's a lot from a single tip. I mean, if we're being technical, I can't actually buy 4 chocolate bars because YouTube took 30% of that, so I can buy 3 chocolate bars, and then taxes take another half of that, so I can buy 1 chocolate bar, and then get most of the way to a second one. But, you know, you get what I'm saying here. Honestly, that's the real depressing thing about being an adult, is like, someone gives you money, and it's like, yeah, I'll go spend this. But as an adult, it's like, I'm looking forward to paying for, let me check my list again, street lighting. Oh, yeah, and it's fine, though. You can choose not to. Oh, you can't choose not to? It's mandatory? Even if you really don't agree with this thing, you still have to fund it? It's like, yeah, that's how it works. Doesn't matter if you're, you know, not in favor of a thing. It's not how we decide if, it's like, okay, life is nice. Life is nice. But no, it's, you know what, this whole video should just be called Growing Up, Crazy Stuff. Doesn't it suck crazy? How can we donate with YouTube taking 30%? Eli Leader, that's a great question. If you want a tip without YouTube taking 30%, all you have to do is use the link in the description, streamlabs.com/toycat. Then it all goes to me. But it's crazy because a lot of people are really shocked when they learn YouTube takes 30%. And a lot of people were like, okay, yeah, we're gonna make sure we don't, you know, it's important that we make sure that doesn't happen. But it's surprising how many people are just, it's not a concern for them. And like, again, I don't think it has to be your concern if you don't care. But I think it's interesting because you know, the way when I tip and stuff, like my goal is to like get that money to the person. It's not like this big social like grace or whatever. But to some people it is like, you know, I'm doing this because it makes me feel XYZ. I don't care about how much of it goes. Like I was listening to a podcast today, and so something I think a lot of Americans find. Also, Twitch takes 50% through subs. No, you know what makes me mad about Twitch? Genuinely physically upset about, because there's a lot of things about Twitch that they're doing wrong as a business, and like, you know what? It's fine. They can do whatever they want. You know, Twitch is an interesting place. But the thing that upsets me like the most, in my opinion, how is you a devout traditional Christian toy cat? Religious freedom and its consequences have been a disaster for the human race. I think that there is a interesting thing to be said here, right? If you really believe in something, then you should let people be free to decide what they want. But what happens when you really believe in just people's right to choose their own things? It's very hard to like properly explain and put that one down to a thing. Also, sorry. Anyway, to finish what I was saying with the thing. I don't know how to respond to that comment properly. I feel like I'm gonna get in some hot water very quickly if we don't watch out. So, chat, what's your favorite religion? Let me know in the chat. Your top 3 religions. Go now. It's surprising how many charities take a cut that doesn't go towards their cause. That's why you should always donate before donating to charity. So, I want YouTube to get 30%. See, right? I'm shocked by how many people take that opinion. Like, again, I saw a guy, I saw a guy, lives in Canada even, not even the United States. And he was talking about, like, oh yeah, so you know how there's those restaurants where they say like, please don't tip. We pay our staff really well. You don't need to tip them. Okay, thank you. My favorite color is orange, says Jan. I decided to go for the opposite of what's your favorite color by, okay, now next one. What's your favorite controversial political opinion? Okay, don't actually do that. Tell me your favorite color or something. Yeah, the idea of like, and the guy was like, even when the restaurant says don't tip the employees, I'm gonna tip them anyway. It's like, no, you are the problem. You're what's wrong with, like, that's like my view. Like, we have such wildly different stances on it that it's almost like, it's almost too hard. It's hard for me to like comprehend where his stance can even come from, right? I think that my lucky numbers are 7 and 13, says Jupiter Jamie. Yeah, what's your favorite number, chat? Give me your favorite number. Let's work it out, you know. But no, there's this very interesting thing with like what people are, it's like charity, right? Someone said earlier, his name was Honk, so thank you, Mr. Goose, for that. Also, some pretty interesting favorite numbers you got there, chat. Pretty interesting choices you're going down. Didn't think I would see number 5 coming up as a favorite number, but look at that. Someone likes it, you know? Very, very fascinating indeed. But, okay, so now we've got some more acacia logs. We can finally finish up the top of this house. I don't know how we're going to get up there. I guess we could just chop down some blocks, get up that way. But, yeah, okay, look at this. We've finally finished one of the houses. And by finished, I mean, please don't pay. Okay, if we do this deliberately, yeah, it looks like that's designed now. Although I'd argue we still don't have enough to like make the trapdoors or whatever. Also, this is like 1 block too far forward. There we go. Also, we need the slabs. You know, if we just ignore all those things though, it's going very well. Thank you for noticing. And so yeah, we're gonna build out the other wood types opposite this. It's gonna be a nice little village. I'm looking forward to it. Then I also think we're gonna have to build some form of. Should we even move this guy out here into one of these houses? You know, when we get a second villager, we'll do it. I'm looking forward to the villager breeding, by the way, as we all should be. It's an important step of the villager frying process. Oh wow, a second acacia tree grew already. Just what I love to see. But yeah, I think that the charity thing is interesting because, like Honk mentioned, the goose who watches my stream, like when you donate to a charity, a lot of the revenue will go to what's called like administrative costs. This is like, you know, if you want to give money to buying wells in Africa, they need to raise money to dig wells and to, you know, put people over there and stuff like. But also they need to raise money so that they can have an office so that they can take the donations. Then they need to have like a head of strategy who decides what they do so that they can raise the money, and so on 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 and so on. They need to have lots of different staff members who are directly or indirectly involved with making these sorts of decisions, right? Also, my favorite number is 1776. See, spot the American. I bet you can't. I also see all these people. So they've just learned the fact, but it's not their bother. If an update were to be released in 6 months' time that allowed a trader to sell lava, would you come back to this map? Which map? Are you implying that I won't be playing Superflat Survival in 6 months? This is my favorite little challenge right now. I am full on addicted to it. Definitely one of the better things. Don't pay Americans 50 pence. We have enough of one. Oh wait, don't pay American. Is that a joke about the politician, or is that? You know, I'm sorry, Fusion Warrior. I don't get it. I want to get it, but I don't. Also, here's an annoying thing. When we have oak wood planks in our inventory, it always crafts out of them first, which is like not what I necessarily want. But that's okay. That's okay. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work on a project that we've kind of left by the wayside for a bit before it gets dark. We might have to wait till tomorrow. I'm gonna make this this thing go up to sky height, and it's gonna be good. So yes, it's a joke. He's talking about thank you. You know, when I said politician, I don't know whichever one you could have assumed I meant, but thank you for explaining. Also, yeah, we're gonna pathway all the way around the edge of this, just because I think it looks kind of at least slightly pretty. Okay, and then also limit spawns even more. Has to be a good thing. Blacksmiths have lava, says Flags Hamry Production. Do you see any blacksmiths is the only issue of that as a premise, honestly. That's the only issue. I mean, I guess there are other issues, but then, look, that's the biggest one. It's definitely the big concerning issue that comes there. Also, yeah, we have to chop down a lot more trees of the acacia type to get the same thing achieved. Oh, another wandering trader. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what my life is all about. What are we hoping for, chat? Type in chat what you hope he's gonna have. I hope he has one of the next 3 saplings. Jungle, birch, or honestly, what is it? Spruce? What's he gonna have? What's he gonna have? What's he gonna have? Sugarcane? Already got. Oak saplings? Already got. Is this the same guy, actually? It might be the same guy. I think it's the same guy. Yeah, we'll grab a vines. We could use this to make something, right? Should we make a big vines that go all the way up to sky height? I actually kind of like that idea, yeah. Let's do that. That could be a good idea. Gilded bread villagers. Yeah, I feel like that was suspiciously similar to my other guy, right? Kill him. Actually, it might be in my best interest to kill the villager. Yeah, okay. So I don't know if this is actually good logic, but I'm gonna go over it anyway, right? Because if we kill him, then now another one will spawn sooner, which is what we want. And so that was actually a very smart decision, and we should all praise me for it, is what I'm saying there. So, yeah, I could be wrong about that. We'll find out. But I think it's like, I think wandering traders can only spawn when there's not already a wandering trader. And so getting rid of one, that must have done something good. Probably. I mean, like almost certainly, right? Like most likely. Beyond most reasonable sense of a doubt. If you kill the wandering, oh Christ. I hate these. Okay, you know, if there's gonna be phantoms, come attack me, man. Is there another one still? Still another one? There's not another one. Perfect. Letting the leads despawn. Yeah, I have no interest in the leads. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, make some... Can I make some boat chests, actually? I think I can. Should we make some boat chests? Let's not make some boat chests. Breaded a villager with some home-style gravy. Exactly, that's what I was going for. Some... you know, by the way, I'd like to go on a rant. Oh, something that upsets me is when restaurants label something as homemade, and it's like, well, it's not homemade, is it? There's one defining feature as to where this food is being made, and I've noticed how it's not inside a home. I've noticed like I can kind of vaguely understand it if you're like, oh my gosh, if you're a really independent place, you know, you're a one-off, then you can maybe argue that like it's the closest thing to eating at home, which I think would be a false dichotomy, but I at least understand where you're coming from. Okay, so we got 45 wheat now. Let's just plant these seeds. Okay, so a bit annoying to have to deal with so many of you, But if that's how it's gotta be, that's how it's gotta be. So, like, yeah, no, I think that calling it, like, homemade is the single most misleading way to market it. Like, I'm reading this on a menu. When you're making food at home, do you make a menu? Is that what grandma did? You know, like, ooh, we made this following grandma's important recipe. No, just because it's a recipe that someone made in a home, all recipes come from the home. Like, every single recipe out there is homemade. Like, this is my homemade beans on toast. Like, I don't understand the idea of trying to designate it that way. It's just one of those fancy words that means nothing. Because here is a pro tip, that as soon as you spot it, you'll realize why this appears everywhere in the world. Like, non-stop. But, basically, to indicate quality, what we'll do is we use descriptive words. Oh my gosh. Descriptive words indicate quality. Why is that the case? I know, we could have a whole interesting discussion on it, I'm sure. But if the more expensive place you're at, they serve, to describe the exact same thing, they'll use so many more words. Like, instead of, beef or chicken, it's, ooh, artisanally handcrafted seared beef fillet. Or, corn-fed, fresh rear. And, like, it actually makes sense that, like, well, some of those descriptive words actually are indicators of quality. Or at least, we perceive them to be, and so that's what matters. But so many of the words are just, like, again, like, home-cooked, home-style, like, it's like, well, that doesn't make any sense. It's distinctly not home-cooked. You're just saying a word because you're trying to make it seem fancy. And it's like, well, yeah, as humans, when we spend lots of money on something, we want that thing to be good. And so, if you just say, yeah, okay, the way we do this is blah, 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 people go, oh, that's not special at all. Whereas if you try to, some would call it lying, some would call it smart marketing. You be the judge for yourself, I guess. Okay, let's kill the creeper. Okay, and now we're going to build the next set of houses. Because we're going to put the mud base down before we get the wood. So this is definitely going to be part of the main street between them. And then there's going to be like a block on there and a block on these. So we'll have a fourth. Yeah, we'll have like 3 blocks in the center. And then off those comes the next set of houses. So we'll line them up perfectly with this set of houses. Okay, there's a creeper coming here. This is safe. This is fine. There are no issues. Home is where the food is. Honestly, I do think that's the best feature of a home, right? Is like, you always know, you're always like 4 seconds from glancing at some food. I think that to live a nomadic life, you'd need to have access to convenience stores or something. Also about your houses, if you'll make sure no mob can fall from the, oh Christ, fall from the fences, you can put a slab on the middle one. It's a good idea. It's a good idea. Okay, so we need to just, it doesn't actually matter if we patch the way we patch these up. I actually might die if I'm, no. Oh, okay, dodged him, perfect. Home is where the spawn point is. Yeah, that's a much more realistic depiction, I would say. Okay, so put some of these there, eat more of this. Can phantoms get through this? They probably can't. Okay, so now shovel that across, and now we're going to start placing mud. I think we need to make more mud before we do this, but you get the idea. And so over here, did I do that correctly? Nope, that's 1 block too far. So this is, actually, I think the creeper explosion, it wasn't ideal, but it helped me in its own little way, right? Just, I don't like phantoms as a mob. I think, to this day, one of the biggest mistakes we made as a Minecraft community was the phantoms. I hate that even when you hit them, like, just right, it's like a ghast fireball, where the timing that feels like it should be fine is actually not, It's, why is it the case? Because we all make bad decisions, okay? We should have not. We should have learned from our mistakes, but we didn't. And so this is what we live with. Why can't we just eat the creepers? Honestly, if we can eat rotten flesh, I think we should be able to eat creeper greens, right? I bet a creeper would be a healthy snack. If you look at those guys, they look like they'd be healthy. I think there's no way they're not. Okay, so we need to go grab some of this. We need to grab some of the... We need to, like, deal with our inventory mess again. In fact, actually, new rule, I don't need gunpowder. And I do need arrows though, actually. But I need to just learn when to just give things up. When to throw them on the ground. Oh, and accept that they're not necessary for my life. I think today is the day for the thunderstorm, says Sumesh Shaji. I hope that you're right. I really do. I would love for you to be correct. Also, we've got a lot of acacia trees happening here now. That's fun. Attack the creeper. You know, actually, let's just let these guys despawn. They could do their own thing. It'll be nice. I think this is probably enough acacia wood for some great time. And oh wow! Also, our sugarcane's growing nicely. Why are homestyle and gourmet both considered good? See, right? It's that thing about descriptive words. If something doesn't describe something very well, if you just hear, oh yeah, this is the beef meal, it's like that doesn't sound tasty. That sounds very generic. Whereas gourmet, you know, pan, fry, you know, if you just describe like things that mean next to nothing, like heat impaled, heat cooked. Yeah, we hot cooked this. We used heat. What we did is we turned up the heat, and then we left it turned up until the food was hot. Then we took the food out of the heat and we put it on an artisanally crafted surface with rounded edges, and then we put that in front of the customer. And it's like, well, okay, you're describing with some liquid to heat imbued. There, heat imbued. There you go. Right. It's weird psychology, but tell me that like listening to beef meal versus heat imbued, organically reared, you know, beef or whatever. Like, it's meaningless words do have an impact on people, and that's why we still use. Like, honestly, that's the weird thing about becoming an adult, is realizing how much of the world is based on, like, you know, even scientifically minded people. Because when you're young, everything just. Also, why do things never stack? Like, why can't we do that? Why was that so hard? I want the beef meal that's honest. Infused with flavors. Infused with delicate, handcrafted flavors. You know, handcrafted's another annoying one. Like, well, I mean, at some point in the process, it would be more impressive if you didn't use hands. You know? Like, how are you avoiding... How is every other product not handcrafted is the more interesting thing than how this one is handcrafted. But whatever. We're getting away from ourselves. But yeah, so give me the beef meal. You know what? The beef meal is a popular idea of lots of people, it seems. Oh! We might be here. Okay, I'm gonna breed pigs just in case. Because we want more gold. I might immediately start dying.
Here's my cat tax. Missed a couple streams. Good news. My villager sanctuary is nearly finished. Only decorative details left.
First of all, villager sanctuary, cool idea, like it a lot. Second of all, thank you very much for the Toy Cat tax, Poison Heart 96, really appreciate it. Third of all, Fusion Warrior says, why do they call it an oven when you in the cold food out hot? Yeah, yes, me agree. Exactly. I've had that exact thought, Fusion Warrior. And David Brown says, Toy Cat, finish your plans while you hate Twitch. Also, I love this series so much, thank you. Hey, thank you very much. I'm glad you like it. So, okay, so I was just talking specifically about the Twitch business model with regards to subs. And I don't even think it's particularly like, you know, it's one of those things where Twitch is a very progressive aiming company in lots of ways. But then they'll, like, for instance, their partnership policy. When you become a member on Twitch channel, and if you're a Twitch member, if you're a Twitch partner, you cannot talk about this. You can't talk about this publicly. It's in your contract, which means they can take away your money. If you dare try to publicly speak about your wages, by the way, and you're an independent contractor who is forbidden from, you know, like, they give you the worst of worlds, which sucks. And that thing is the way partnerships work. So when you are a partner, you get paid a certain amount of every person who becomes a, what's it called, a subscriber. And so you pay $5 a month to your favorite streamer, and they have to just say, yeah, it helps me, the money goes to me. But only 50% of the money goes to them, except the very big streamers, the one who push it the most, they can get deals of up to 90, 95%. And so not only does Twitch take 50%, but they take 50% from the people, the streamers who need it the most. The smallest streamers who are getting $100 in revenue a month, Twitch takes 50% from. Whereas, the bigger streamers who, like raking in a whole ton, Twitch will literally pay them money. It's thousands, tens of thousands, in some cases, hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, in addition to not taking money from them. And like, again, I understand the business behind it, but like to also then claim like, oh yeah, we're so for, like we're an open, honest, it's like, no, you don't get to claim that, right? You are doing the exact same things, but dressing it up funnily. And it's very upsetting. But look, the reason I really don't like them is because I had this issue. I'm not gonna go over it for the 15 millionth time on stream. I've mentioned it before. If you want to go find my personal dealings with Twitch, there's a reason I'm here on YouTube. Even though YouTube sucks for streaming, I don't want to pretend that like, oh, YouTube's so good. They're doing it just right. No, YouTube sucks for streaming. It's just Twitch sucks so much worse that like, okay, I'm doing the least of, I'm doing the worst of both worlds, doing the best of both worlds, doing the least bad of the things here. But Twitch is owned by Amazon, so taking 1/2 in subs is kind of ridiculous. Exactly. Jeff Bezos personally reaches into your pocket as a Twitch user and says, "Yeah, I'll take 50% of that. Thanks, babe." And it's just like, do you need that, Mr. Bezos? Do we need to take that much? And the answer's no, but that doesn't mean that he doesn't. So let's build ourselves the little thing here. I love the difference in design we went with. Love how the houses are slowly coming together. Just got to make sure the roof is on. Oh, and it is. So yeah, we're going to put a half slab on top of all of these, just in case that is actually going to help me. I'm not sure if it does, but we'll find out, I guess. Oh, a ton of XP was stored in there. Wish I'd realized about that. So just place the last 2 logs here, and then we're going to start placing half slabs on top of these. Don't know if it really will help, but it can't really do much to do the opposite, so might as well give it a try. And if a mob falls through, it falls through. So yeah, we'll just put one of these there too. Can't wait to see how people talk about Jeff. Okay. My daughter just received some Twitch streamers merch that she ordered a year ago. I do agree that there's like, there's this whole culture around Twitch that doesn't exist on YouTube. But the fact that so much of that culture is like, you cannot talk about this thing that could help all of us out very much. Because even though it would help all of you out, it might hurt us. And so, and another one of their things is, if you are a Twitch partner, you can lose your partnership, not for things that you do on Twitch, for things you do elsewhere. This is, like, and I guess I understand this to some extent, that, like, well, if you were, like, how, like, whenever a celebrity has something bad, their sponsors pull out and they lose a lot of money, they get, like, it's the same idea, I guess, but, like, I don't think we should act like that's an ideal we should aspire to. And so, here's what I'm talking about. If you're a Twitch partner, and also, do I even have slabs? I don't. I have to craft a crafting table. Okay, that's fine. I make sure to flex my ticket merch. Hey, that's what I like to hear, Pookie. Also, I like the design you're going for, but the fences look questionable, but it still needs to be a ticket build, so I understand, says Big Potato. See, I'm glad you understand. I'm glad it all makes sense to you. Also, I'm not sure if we're actually at the right... we must be, right? Yeah, this is probably... No, I feel as though we're 1 block short. I feel as though we're going to go one more... this way. I'm not even sure. Is this correct? Honestly, it's a whole hard... Okay, so we're just going to fall down. I think we might be... Oh, it's over at -104 and 0. -104, 0 is when we've hit the corner. Easy. But, also, I hope you get fun today. Thank you so much, Angela Van Kampenhout. I'm feeling pretty good about my odds of lightning today. I mean, I don't know if I should be. Use a water bucket to check. Yeah, that would have been smarter than falling all the way off and then having to jump all the way back up. Also, thank you, Buckethead, for saying -1040, so I forget. Yeah, no, so the way, if you say anything else somewhere on the internet that Twitch doesn't like, if you say one of their no-no words, because there's a long list of words, because this is how free expression should work, is there should be a list of words that if you say, then your livelihood is taken away from you, and Twitch is pretty stringent in enforcing if they find out that you've been saying those words elsewhere. And it's like, yeah, I'm not a fan of those words in general. I'm not like, oh yeah, it's really good. Please say more terrible words. I just feel as though, really, not, you know there's this idea of like giving words power. Oh, I didn't bring any dirt with me. I guess we'll use wood planks. Ugh. Also, we actually need to make this out of dark oak, so that way it's correct. But on Twitch, you can say a swear. I can say a swear here, man. There's nothing stopping me. Like, you know, like that is giving a word power to a whole nother level when we say, yeah, so if you say this word, your whole career vanishes. And it doesn't matter where you said it. Doesn't matter the context. And it's like, okay, well, of course there's that one word that like everyone agrees is like supercharged, but it's like, oh, you think there's one word you can't say? You think there's one thing that you have not? Okay, and it's like, I think that's upsetting as a concept personally. I think that, you know, you can hate something, but it's that whole idea of like, I don't agree with what you're saying, but I defend your right to say it. That we, you know, maybe don't have enough of these days. Where it's like, yeah, I hate. The sort of person who is probably going to have issues with that is someone I'm probably not getting along with very well, if we're being entirely honest. Probably not a friend of... But the very idea is also something I object to anyway. And maybe that's stupid. Maybe we should just hate people we hate and use whatever tools we can to hurt them. But I feel as though civilization is built on this idea of... You don't just get to say you hate someone and therefore bad things are going to happen to them. Also, yeah, we're going to get hit off by a phantom if we're not careful. So, should we just wait for a phantom to hit us and then deal with the issues that come from it later? Or should we fall down ourselves now? Also, it's pretty from up here. Yeah, I'm loving the view. I really am loving the view up here. It's a reminder about how much progress we've made in a relatively short span of time, too. Relatively short span of time. Okay, so but yeah, I feel as though this idea of letting people, you know, it's okay, so I have this like really deeply ingrained thing of when someone tells me to do something, I'm like very in tune to do the opposite. It's a whole problem. It's a very big issue that I have. I can't find what happened to you on Twitch, care to tell. I've just brought it up in so many streams now. Like, I feel bad for the hardcore stream viewers who are like, oh no, this is time number 3 you're saying it. The idea of bad is so subjective, there's no bad or good. Yeah, I think this is the sad thing about aging, is like, you realize, it would have been so nice to have clear villains where you can be like, well, those people are bad, right? Like, I'd say the closest thing you can find to a villain would be like, I don't know, like, if you talk about corporations, right? Because corporations are more than... it's like, well, a tobacco corporation, you know, like, I don't know, British American Tobacco or whatever else, where it's like, oh yeah, this is a company that tries very hard to get people addicted to their products in countries where that's still legal to do. And it's like, well, that's bad. But it's like, well, I mean, that's a company, that's a collective of individuals who actually do a lot of good because they... by providing one of the best dividends, they allow for, you know, people to turn their money into more money, which they can turn into more social good. You know, like, okay, this is one of those real struggles.
I decided to call my modern suburb Build the Villagers Sanctuary after your video on cruelty in Minecraft. Also, extra safe villagers seem like a good idea.
Yeah, no, in this world, with the rarity of villagers, I feel as though we've got to be extra hard. Also, will you make an iron farm after you get another villager, says Ishak. That is actually one of my plans. I do... Oh, God, oh, no, my boat! I didn't think I would die. I didn't think I would die. I was sure I wouldn't, in fact. In fact, how did I even fall? Okay, well, Remember that bow that I loved so much? You remember the bow that I really liked? I don't think it exists anymore. I think it's gone forever. So you know, that's a reminder. Don't talk about good and you know. Says the socialism is evil. It's the you know the comment thing from it's that all over again. It's that all over again. Rip bow. Yeah, it was a good bow too. It was a good bow. Now we have to go find another one. How are we gonna do that? I mean, I guess it's raining. We should go fishing, right? Let's find another bow. You know, let's get one that doesn't vanish when we die. Given the odds of me dying, that seems like a smart use of my time. So I'm gonna go grab that bucket as well. Guess it's back to fishing. You know what? Given the if you look at the weather, it is a perfect time to fish, is it not? So this is really a blessing in disguise. This is what happens when we talk negatively about our techno overlords. Yeah, okay, yeah, one of the weird things about aging is how you realize that, like, oh, having clear, like, you know, in the Russia-Ukraine conflict, at least in the easiest narrative you can look at, it's so cool to just be like, man, there's an evil guy who's, like, in charge of this very powerful thing, and then he does bad things with it, and so we just hate him, and that's as easy as that. Like, it's like a unifying force, at least in most of the West, that, like, yeah, no one's like, ooh, you know, maybe Ukraine shouldn't be wearing such a... No one's saying anything like that, because, like, it's such a... you know, they were... Like, it's kind of nice in a way, that's what I'm trying to say, is that we all have this collective shared, like, well, there's a bad person, and there's a... Oh, no, that was the end of rain. I don't know what... In my head, it was snowing, and I was like, well, snow means thunder. And I guess that shows how my brain doesn't work. But yeah, I had the curse of vanishing on, so I lost it forever, by the way. Gone. Anyway, so my point was to say that, like, it's really nice when you have like a belief that someone is just evil, because you're just gonna be like, well, let's just stop the evil person. Like, humanity, when we unite around, like, yeah, let's stop the bad, it's really, really easy. But most real things are, like, more nuanced. Like, well, okay, the stereotype of a supervillain in most movies is they do a really bad thing, often to achieve something that's kind of good. Like, you know, the Thanos snap thing, the snap and kill 50% of the universe. It's objectively a terrible thing because so many innocent people die. But, you know, the end result is, well, I mean, actually, there are huge overpopulation issues that probably would be solved with a little bit of snapping your fingers. Also, this is getting more and more ridiculous looking, but yeah, I want to use a different wood for each type of that too. Just kind of keep things mixed up. So yeah, like I was saying, I think that it's much harder to try and develop a worldview. Also, why are those blocks even there to begin with? That's my question. We should remove the blocks that aren't... When did I place these, you know? Like, it's been so long. I really should know better than leaving unpathed blocks in my world. Anyway, so, go back to what I was saying. I think that, yeah, the idea of good and evil is, like, a nice worldview, but it's so much harder when you have to, like, go deeper than that and think, like, oh, what if people you disagree with aren't evil, but actually just have a different view that they're advancing? And even then, there's, like, what about people who do good things can often have that money come from bad sources, and vice versa. People who do bad things, like, you know, okay, okay, you know, Jeff Bezos just criticized his policy regarding Amazon taking 50% of small Twitch streamers, you know, subscriptions or memberships. If you are not familiar with Twitch, they take 50% of memberships, even though, you know, the founder is the world's second wealthiest man. It's like, well, I mean, what's that? But it's like, well, okay, the reason that, or like, you know, he buys a 150 million. Actually, I think it was like a $250 million mega yacht that he bought, right? And so he buys this mega yacht, and it's like, man, this guy is just too rich. It's disgusting. It's a whole problem. But it's like, well, actually, you're forgetting the way he got rich was that he made a massively convenient way for you, the consumer, to skip out on all these things that, you know, we all hated previously. Made the internet into a place of opportunity. Opened a server company which runs most of the internet by, you know, like you don't, it's really hard to see the good in small incremental changes. Like, oh wow, yeah, now it's so much cheaper to host a website. Now it's so much cheaper to do e-commerce. You pay Amazon, you know, 15% of your sale, and they will ship it out to anywhere in the world within 2 days or whatever else it is. It's amazing the value and the good that is provided by the thing that actually made the money. And so like that's an example of like we forget the good to focus on you know, the bad. And sometimes we forget the bad, focus on the good. Where it's hard to have a nuanced view on things because, you know, if things aren't objectively good or bad, how are you going to talk about them, you know? He's still attempting to build a monopoly, says Blaine is here. See, even then, right, is trying to build a monopoly bad? Because you could say like, you know, we have strong anti-monopoly laws, specifically to prevent monopolies. Is trying to have one bad? Because in lots of senses. Like, if you are because the reverse of a monopoly is very common, a monopsony, where you have one customer. Like, instead of having one choice, like, a monopoly would be if the only place you could buy burgers would be McDonald's. McDonald's owns every burger in the world. The reverse, though, would be if you want to sell your whatever it is and there's one buyer. And for a lot of people, that already is the case, and it works fairly, you know, like, whatever. My point here is to say, rather than focusing on monopsonies and how weird it is for, I know dairy farmers and whoever else else. It's pronounced yort, I think. I know it's pronounced yatched. A lot of people are bad at English and don't realize that. Sometimes it's embarrassing, but I do my best to correct them. You know, it's okay. We're not all English experts. Can't expect that to be true. But yeah, no. Detaching the bad from the good is often very hard. In fact, you know, and then even trying to work out, well, what is bad and what is good? Like, well, you know, if the tobacco example is like the easiest example, like, well, they convinced people that cancer sticks were good, and then they sold them lots of cancer sticks, and then hundreds of thousands of people have died. But okay, step one is like, well, actually, you know, like the healthcare costs that are saved by people dying early, it's like a tragic thing, but actually, like, it's saving a lot of people. You know, in places where smoking's still prevalent, they've got like some really decent health saving costs on that. But even ignoring that, it's like, well, people can choose what they want, right? This is a hard one for me to like admit sometimes, where it's like, you want to believe you're a consumer who's in full control of what you buy. But I love Five Guys. Every time I see a Five Guys, I walk past it, I'm like, I need to go in there so bad. But even though I've got a Five Guys within delivery radius of my house, I never preemptively think about it. And so even though I love Five Guys, it's great burger. If you've never been to Five Guys, by the way, you're missing out. But I love Five Guys a lot. But also, I clearly don't love it so much if I'm only thinking about it when I go past. And so actually, I'm just a stupid monkey who looks and goes, ooga booga, me want beef meal, you know? Like, that's all I'm really doing. Also, hate you very much, Slime. Good to see you anyway, though. This is not nuance. Addiction is a mental illness that's being exploited and being created by exploiters, says Blaine is there. See, but they, I mean, like, okay, so I think addiction is a really interesting thing because to some extent, okay, so the layer down from tobacco addiction, which everyone agrees, like, no one wants to be addicted to tobacco. Hopefully, just hearing about the concept by itself is enough to make you not want to be into it. And that's why I use them as the great example of like, yeah, this is, everyone would say this is some amount evil. You know, they are taking people and causing them to die earlier, etc., etc., etc. Five Guys is awful, like $17 for a burger. Okay, we need to ban you for your bad opinion, Toast King. But like, so if you think about, yeah, because it definitely is evil to get people addicted to tobacco. We all agree on that, right? But what about like getting people addicted to food? The McDonald's of the world are relying on you wanting their food so bad that you don't care about health decisions, etc. And you know, it's the reason people will eat food that is bad for them and makes them feel bad is because it tastes good at the moment and because you're thinking about it all the time, etc., etc., etc. Like, no one, like, it's pretty weird. Like, there's this funny thing where, like, everyone acts like McDonald's is terrible, but yet it is one of the most popular things. Like, no one is proud of being McDonald's. Maybe we should be. I like to lead the charge and, like, actually, can we just admit that we like this thing? Why do we have to play so hard to get? Yeah, so like, even McDonald's is arguably playing the addiction game. But then if you go, like, a step higher up, it's like, even health foods are trying to get you addicted to, or like a gym sells you this image, and then they hope that you never go there. And that's like, well, they're like a gym makes the most money when you don't cancel your subscription but don't go, right? If enough people start going to the gym more often, they now have to buy more equipment. If people get gym memberships but never go, they make all the money in the world. So they have every interest in you not being in shape. So you still feel like you need to get in shape, so you need a gym membership, but also that you won't be in shape. Yeah, I think that, but by the way, I think I like the idea of the village sanctuary poison heart. I don't think I mentioned that, but I think it's a fun thing. Also, how much longer will you do this series for? I think once I've got every reasonably obtainable block, I'll be relatively well set. Like, okay, my mental targets, I want to do one mega project, whether that's like a mountain or my dirt forest. I'm going to be doing a mega project in this world, and I want to have something silly, whether that's the iron farm. I want to get the very best set of gear and equipment I can have, given the world type. But yeah, no, yeah, it's really interesting to then dive a layer deeper and think like, okay, even this live stream, even YouTubers you like, to some extent are trying to create a psychological dependency. You know, like, you're not just watching these videos because you're entertained. You're watching them because you're a part of the Toy Cat gang. Make sure that you join the, you know, like, you're a part of a community if you're watching these videos. And if you're not watching the videos, you're not a part of the community anymore. And so you suck and whatever else, you know, like, it's never said explicitly, but it kind of is. Like, oh yeah, we are like best friends. You don't want to abandon your best friend, do you? Do you want to abandon your best friend? Me, Toy Cat, your best friend? I definitely know you very well, Dan. I know you so well. Toy Cat gang. Is this Michael D? Yeah, no, it is a very interesting idea to dive into. But where do we get merch, says Grey LXCO. Oh man, I'm so excited. So I do merch in very weird batches. Like, I always want things that I'm, like, actually very happy with. And so, the next thing is going to be a limited time Toy Cat merch run on the Toy Cat. It's going to be a play on the Toy Cat, but it's going to be deliberately more affordable and also, like, easier to fit into a life. You know, I'll be honest. Okay, the reason this came about is because I wanted a keyring really bad. And so, the Toy Cat keyrings, they're like 99% done. I'm getting my sample sent soon. But what I've seen so far, it is very cute. I like it a lot. And so yeah, if you wanna get your merch to stay a part of the Toy Cat gang, you know, keep enabling that psychological dependency. Believe me, it will keep on. You can do that soon. Did you change the bits? I did. I was worried they wouldn't be good of it, but it sounds like everything is all good. So yeah. Am I cool for owning both Toy Cats, says Cancer's Attitude? There's, you know, now there's a little baby one, even smaller. Once you own that, you'll be the definition of cool. The only definition of cool. But, please no house fires. I'm a subscriber, so I'm safe, right? Right? Says, Tyler Kovlaska. You better hope you are, huh? You better hope you are. Toy Cat Gang is healthy, though. Yeah, I think one of the things I've kind of acknowledged is by talking about quite serious things is that, yeah, that's never going to be the same mass market, broadly, like, thing as everyone. But I think it's important enough that it's, like, worth the downsides. Toy Cat isn't being part of a gang illegal. I don't think in most places that's true. I don't think in any place. Because a gang is just like an organized group. Like we associate gang as meaning like you know, criminal syndicate, almost. But really, gang is just, you know, like a club at school, you know, like we're the games club. It's actually the games gang. Games gang sounds pretty cool, actually. But, there's, yeah, a lot of clubs are really just gangs. A lot of, you know, gangs are just collections of people. And watching your videos, thanks for reading our comments. I appreciate it. You're welcome, Tyler Kovalskas. Thank you for watching them. It's greatly appreciated. You can't subscribe to yourself, so Toycat is at risk of house fires. It's true. It is. It's sad, but it is true. What can we do about it is the real question. Okay, so the village is only over here. Honestly, we could have gone with a bigger village. Maybe we should have gone with a bigger village. You know, we'll probably still do it. Motorcycle gangs call themselves clubs. See, here's another thing. When does a collection of people go from being like a good organization to a bad one? It's very strange stuff. I would like to say that Toycat is sub to himself. I subscribed to my second channel and my third channel on my main one, but I haven't subscribed the other way around. Because you know what? Oh no, I think actually I'm subscribed to my main channel on my third channel, but not either of my other channels on my second channel. You know, very, very antisocial YouTube channel that one is. When they start committing crimes. You know what? Should we talk about crimes? You ever think about how, like, you know, no, let's not. Let's save ourselves the pain on this fall. Also, I can't believe I dug out.
Do you have anything to say about Twitter digging through internet archives to cancel people?
Yeah, it's a great power shift we temporarily had. Because, you know, it's really cool to have, okay, this is like a thing everyone loves. Having the inside scoop on something makes people feel, you know, interesting, maybe even powerful, we could say, right? It's like, oh, you like that thing? Oh, you don't even know? Oh, no, that sucks. Like, this is such a, you know, juvenile teenager mentality. But a lot of people don't lose that when they become adults. And let's be honest, on the internet, a lot of people are just juvenile teenagers. And so, I would say, one of the ways that you can have this, like, oh, you don't even know? Oh, that's embarrassing. You don't even know that, like, this thing isn't good, is with, like, a celebrity. Where it's like, oh, you don't even know. You like, who's the most popular person? I don't know, like, this guy. You know, do you like Leonardo DiCaprio? Oh, you should know. He dates, I don't know, like 21-year-olds, I think. I don't think he's had a girlfriend older than 25 in his life. Which is impressive given the age that he keeps going at. And it's like, oh, yeah, you know, like, also. And so, like, okay, well, that's a nice obvious thing. Well, you like this person? Well, they seem very above order, and they're, like, given to charity and this and that. And, oh, turns out, actually, that they believe something else entirely. You know, they said you know, in that phase where we're all saying dumb stuff on the internet, they said a dumb thing that we don't agree with now. And so, well, you know, that's not okay. That's not okay at all. Yeah, no, it's crazy seeing this. Like, I know, I've had my own case of this recently, of like, this one person, they've been doing it repeatedly too. It's like, oh yeah, Toycat in this video, literally from 10 years ago. Like 16-year-old Toycat is how they're trying to judge modern day me on. It's like, you said this terrible word. And it's like, yes, I was 16. There's I don't know if you know that, but I'm so glad that most of the terrible, like, you know, there was a forum I was very, I was a big frequenter of, like, a forum when I was, like, 11. I said so many dumb, cringy things. Definitely offensive in there somewhere, but, like, it mostly just, like, it would make me pain at myself if I had to read those things back. And it's like, if I was just a few years younger, then instead of that being a weird niche internet forum that had to, more rain. I am being treated today, huh? Also, we need another sword. Or I can just start filling these in and seeing if it works. Yeah, I'm sure the creeper won't blow up. Creepers are quite famous for their lack of blowing up. It's like the thing they do least, right? Okay, no, I'm not going to try this anymore. I'm just going to go fishing. Yeah, like most, like if I was just a few years younger, instead of doing all that dumb stuff on a forum that's now been long since deleted, people would be finding it now and being like, oh, you really think that, I don't, like, again, I just remembered right now, there is the worst thing I've ever said. And I was like an 11-year-old, you know, being a little bit too frisky on the internet. It's like, oh yeah, you know, thank God that's hidden forever. Because like think of, you know, like, and then if you think back like another generation, like people are so lucky if they existed for the internet, because that whole phase of their life is just, of course, it's undocumented. Who's gonna be able to take any version of that, you know? No one is. That's the answer. So yeah, oh my gosh, please stop. If he stopped me fishing, I'm going to be upset. I can't even kill him. Okay, we're just going to go into the middle of the water. Is that good? Okay, that's good. Yeah, I want to get a more attractive fishing place, though. Look, we'll get back on here. I like this place. Okay, so, yeah, I think, I don't know. It's obviously not good, right? It's obviously... It's a big power shift in a way that isn't necessarily good for anyone, unless your favorite thing is just chaos. Like, unless you think that everyone is bad and everyone deserves to be outed as bad. Actually, even then, that wouldn't make sense. You have to think specifically that the only people who said dumb or bad or offensive or, sorry, what's the word? Problematic things as a teenager are bad people. That if you were a bad person, age 12, not even a bad person, if you said things that a bad person might say when you were 12, I never had a girlfriend older than 12, says Ollie. You know, I see, right, I don't even, I'm not even gonna respond, I'm not, that's over. What, is that like a way of saying you've never dated, right? You've never had a girlfriend, and then that's a funny way to word it. I say dumb and problematic things now. The word problematic is one of those lovely, like, spicy words where it's like, it means nothing and yet also everything. So just watch out. Ooh, but as a 12-year-old a person, genuinely, 12-year-olds are not people, right? You're not a formed person at that point. You're just a like, I've got like a 9-year-old brother. I spoke to him recently and he just speaks in memes. He's like, oh, that's a really big brain thing. And like, it's funny on the one hand, but also he's not saying anything unique. I asked him like, because he plays Minecraft. I was like, aha, I'm gonna do a good brother-to-brother conversation here. And I was like, so, what do you think of the new mangrove wood? And he's like, I don't make very good builds. That would be a big brain idea if I did, though. And it's like, it's not even the perfect fit for it, but like, appreciate what you're doing there, you know? Problematic means something I disagree with. It's got a very broad range of definitions. Well, you know, I think that, the word problematic is very problematic, you know? It's, we need a Toy Cat's brother cameo. Yeah, no, how do you feel about YouTubers who have children, who use their children as like a little prop for their videos? Children's vocabulary is going downhill. I think I have a better than average vocabulary because when I was like age 5 to like 15, I'd spend like most of my time at my grandmother's house because my mother was working, and it was a very analog house, let's say. And there was just, so I read a ton of books. You know, and I got really into books initially. Like, honestly, books are a bad form of entertainment compared to, like, I don't know, games or whatever. But they do have, like, a more lasting effect on, like, ooh. People have this association that people who read books are smart and have, you know, there's a weird, like, association game as to what causes what there. Let's get a video discussing which types of people genuinely aren't people. It'd be very informative. It'd just be the word French people over and over again. Zeebs 12. Sorry, French people over and over again. Yeah, I do wonder, like, I do wonder if, like, because, okay, I read this, this thing. It's about, I think it's Malcolm X, famous civil rights leader in the US. One of the reasons that he was so radical, and, you know, admittedly at the time, like, he's radical, and, oh, there's a wandering trader. He was radical in a way that, like, genuinely wouldn't be supported very well, I would say. Like, you know, you don't want to be doing the things that he was doing. But my point is if you read into him, I hope it is Malcolm X, I'm not getting it mixed up with someone, but one of the famous US civil rights figures, his father, when he was 5, he put him in a hole, and he's like, I'm not letting you out this hole, get out yourself. We got a mangrove propagule. Oh, whoa, we're gonna be able to make mangrove trees. Okay, and more tropical fish. Okay, let's get some tropical fish for our collection. Like, what do we just plant that, and then, does that become a tree yet? I don't even, you all think of Malcolm X, yeah. So yeah, his father just put him in a hole, and he's like, yeah, get out, work it out. And he's like crying, and he's like, please, I'm hungry, it's been days. He's like, no, I'm not letting you out, you're gonna learn this for yourself. It's like, that subject, like, on the one hand, that messed him up, right? But also, was that worthwhile? Is the societal benefits to everyone worth the terrible thing that they had to do to them? I think these are probably interesting questions that you can answer, like, oh, I don't even, like, you know, almost every person who does great things is, like, motivated by something terrible that's happened somewhere in there. And, like, well, clearly the message isn't to say that, like, well, terrible things are good. When terrible things happen, we all benefit as a society. But it also does make things a bit more messy, doesn't it? Yeah, can that be used to excuse any type of abuse? Right, I mean, but, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I read a lot of books, but only because I was in a situation where I had nothing else to, like, I didn't want to read a lot of books. It was just, that was the situation I had in front of me. But also it worked out in the end. Do I say it's a good thing? Or, another example, I think, like, I grew up in the, I've looked into it. I grew up in the bottom 10%, the bottom decile of incomes. Like, I sometimes am, like, bothered when people are like, oh yeah, I grew up so poor. Sometimes my family couldn't even go on the second holiday a year. We had one holiday. It's gone now. It's gone. I can get over it. We went on one holiday a year, and one time, we had to give up the family Range Rover. We were a 1-car family for a bit. I mean, if we needed to get a fridge delivered, we'd have to. Oh my God, I don't want to talk about it. You know, like there's a lot of people who have, like, you know, humble upbringing. Like, there's a billion examples you can bring up of that. And so that's like, but I'm like, it's obviously not a good thing that I grow up next to money. But also, there are so many ways that it's so cool. Like, I think I've said this before, and I still agree. That outside of sometimes thinking, like, well, it sucks, because you can never, like, you can't bring back any part of a lost or worsened childhood, right? Like, ooh, I can buy all the caviar or lobster rolls I want now, but I can't solve the issue of not being able to afford a school trip or whatever. But there's also the more interesting thing in there. I had to explain to hubby why I got clothes for birthdays and Xmas instead of toys as a kid. I think, okay, you know, I've always found it to be weird, the dichotomy of, like, clothes as a gift. Because it is such a, you're right, like, it's almost like it's wrong. It's like, this is functional. Be like getting a Hoover as a gift. My parents had plenty of money but refused to spend it and lived mostly like we were broke. What does that count as? I thought it, okay, this is an interesting societal argument on like Like, does money equal lifestyle? Or like, you know, because a lot of people, when we're like talking about like issues in the world, you know, it's like wealth inequality. The amount of wealth you have is the amount of happiness you have. Why do we let Jeff Bezos have all the happiness in the world? But like, outside of the issue of like, well, money doesn't buy you happiness after a certain point. There's also the funny thing of like, okay, let's say we have person A and person B, right? We have Alan and we have Becky. Alan earns 100,000 units of currency, dollars, pounds, euros, New Zealand dollars a year. So Alan earns 100,000 a year, but all he does is he eats slices of bread. And he saves all the money away, because he intends to, I don't know, he wants to give his money to charity. And not even give charity. You know, he just wants to build a big swimming pool filled with coins later on in his life. And Becky, who earns $10,000 a year, maybe more than 10,000 units. You know, she earns 50,000, half as much, but lives the life. You know, has an expensive luxury car, goes on holidays all the time. So, Kat, does sleeping on broken glass help you? Says David Brown. See, thank you. You know, there's always this worry about, like, what do people on stream remember? Thank you for remembering sleeping. I think the sleeping on broken glass story, it's like a fun reminder that, like, I think, okay, a lot of people aren't exposed to alternate lifestyles to their own. I think this is almost where every big issue we have in society comes from, is that you just assume that anyone who isn't exactly like you sucks, or is evil, or is wrong, or is problematic, or whatever else. And sleeping in this basically cracked in apartment on some broken glass in the corner, on the ground. It was like it wasn't like an all-time low, but it was like a reminder that like this is like a norm for some people. Also, I'm amazed at how many native English speakers can't correctly pronounce word. There's an American YouTuber and she can't pronounce. Whoa, man, these trees are giant. Jeez, look at the size of that thing. I've never actually seen one grow up. This is my first time. What the heck is happening here? So I'm scared if I go to get lunch, I'm gonna miss the lightning, says Marzi23. Go get your lunch. Oh, we got one. Oh my gosh. You know, that sucks. That sucks real bad, huh? Okay, so I'm gonna put my buckets of, my tropical fish buckets in a chest somewhere, I think. Because I do want to build a big pond somewhere. Then I'm going to keep them all in. But right now, I don't know where that should be. So just for now, in here we go. Also in here we go. Also put the 30 in there. There we go. We're good. I think that I'm scared to go to sleep to not miss the lightning. You know, if you miss it, worst case, you just pop back in the morning and we're all good. But yeah, no, I think that like basically. Also, did that just grow into my crops? Oh no, it grew over them.
I am back.
It's actually very strange. Oh wait, I got moss for the first time. Ooh, that's exciting. What do we do with our moss internet? Can you grow moss from moss? I think you can. Let's grow a little moss area, huh? So let's place it there, and then let's... Oh, you can't you can't bone meal moss carpet. That's sad. Also, it's good to see you hungry. You feeling hungry still? You know, that's my favorite country, am I right? Moss bone mealing. Yeah, I know you can do it with moss regular blocks, but I guess not moss carpet. Which is a problem, because we don't have moss regular. We just have the good old carpets. Yeah, no, so sad, so sad. I don't think we can get the moss. Actually, wait, do wandering traders sell moss ever? Is that a thing? Also, what do I do with these mangrove roots? I genuinely don't have like a good idea for this in mind. I'll put them below the water. I'll build something beautiful. Let's do some fishing because it is raining. We need to get a new bow. It's worth it. Okay, I need to quickly check something. Let's hope that in the meantime that doesn't get fished up. How are you all doing, by the way, internet? You having a good morning, evening, night, Easter? Man, big day, huh? You get any chocolate? You have any big plans cancelled? No, can I tell you my other biggest pain? So my the Costco I went to, if you want to know about my private personal life, it was in a place called Wembley Park, and I didn't think much. Like, I always know I've heard the name Wembley somewhere. Oh, it's gone. It's pretty sad how we keep getting you know, it's fine. It's gonna be fine. But I knew I'd heard the name Wembley somewhere, but I couldn't place as to where. Apparently, it's a big football ground, and so again, maybe if you're British, this is common knowledge. But I didn't know this until I went for a painful time. But so I went to I went to a place today, a football stadium today. Like, not a stadium, but like I went to the same tube stop as a stadium. Why did you go to Wembley on the big football day? Yeah, exactly, Orange Brand Smith. That's what happened to me today. I was like, wow, my train is slightly busier than normal. Like, why are all these people not getting off at Central London? Like I was expecting, you know, like, sure, usually trains are busy when they go through the centre, and they get less crowded the further out you go, because who wants to be in Stanmore or Watford or wherever else? No offence, Stanmore or Watford residents, but your place sucks and no one wants to go there. And so, yeah, you know, it usually gets emptier and emptier, and then eventually it goes away. But it wasn't today. And then I get there, and it's just so busy, and I couldn't even get off the platforms. It was like that busy. I was like, you know, like I just wanted to be here. And apparently it's the big football day of the year. Chelsea bat Crystal Palace today. Yeah, Chelsea bat Crystal. That's the true statement you're saying right there. I am led to believe. Also, we need to go and make... We need to go make some more slabs. Should we jump? Will that hurt us? I think it will hurt us. Also, last stream was on Thursday and return on Sunday. Did anything happen to you on Friday to get the Messiah? Oh, I don't even have a crafting table down here. I could have just craft one up there, I guess. You know what? I don't want to brag, but I feel as though if I say something, actually, someone's going to take offense. By the way, I love the way this looks. I think I need to do some tidying up over there. I think that definitely needs to be a new goal. Just a little bit of tidying. And then I think I need to make a dedicated, like, tree area. I think that might have to be the tree area. That can be by trench. That can be... As long as I set my distance up, that'll be fine. And then this can... Maybe we should tie it into the real... Yeah, we'll just make the real forest there and the dirt. It'll be fine. Wow, look how much Toy Cat has accomplished. I agree.
Minecraft is a fun.
Minecraft is a fun. I agree. Thank you very much, Hungry, for the... See, you're not proving that point that disposable income is different for everyone. And that's perfectly okay. No, here's another interesting thing about... This is such a fascinating discussion. So let's say you make all your money doing something evil, because a lot of people who made a lot of money actually did pretty good things, whether that's, you know, like revolutionizing energy or this or that. But let's just say you made all your money doing the worst thing, getting people addicted to tobacco, and then you use that money to fund good things. Again, I'm not going to imply that that Hungary's doing that. I'm just trying to bring it up as a fun little example. Also, why are there no phantoms? I'd expect we'd be dead by now. What a pleasant surprise. Also, Yanni, I'm playing Minecraft Bedrock Edition. On the Bedrock, when you place blocks in front of you, they, like, place, like, forwards. It's a really handy little feature. It has a lot of weird implications that you might not be familiar with. But it's worthwhile. For example, like slave traders in Bristol. See, right, but yeah, let's say you did some objectively terrible things. Yeah, slavery's one of those great things where, like, nowadays no one's like, well, but you provided free shelter, and it's like, well, it's not really free, and also you kind of treated humans as commodities, so yeah. But then you use that money to, like, fund arts and other things that just aren't naturally funded, but that people see as a good. Also, I think this probably goes to about 64, but just for the record, it goes to 69 on our thing. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Yeah, this is definitely, we went too far. Yeah, 64 is when we need to cut right. Does dying reset insomnia? Oh, yeah, no, that's true. We got our, to avoid phantoms, we just have to die every 3 days. And that way the level will still happen. You know, look at me with another genius idea right here. Hate to brag, but, you know, I'm incredibly clever. You know, not to brag, but just, yeah, I'm a very smart genius. Also, slavery is one of those great things. Amazing phrase, take out of context, plonk on my Twitter and get you cancelled. See, right? And then most people who will like again, I'm fortunate that most people who watch the channel, pretty cool. You know, it's just the occasional one person who's like, oh, aren't you going to apologize for things you said as a 14-year-old? I think but most people who would see something like that don't actually have any, oh, these are moss carpets. Don't have any know or care about who or what or why I am. It's just like, oh, yeah, you know, slavery is not a good thing. If you think slavery is a good thing, no offense, I don't think you're a good person. And so if you just vaguely hear that someone thinks it's a good thing, probably. And so I guess this is that thing of like, who do you trust to give you information? I think this is one of those things that like is hard to implicitly teach. Because in the old day, the way that you would like have reliable sources is you'd make it so, well, if someone lies to you, you know, the classic, this is literally like, it's a classic fable. Like, the boy who cries wolf. If you lie to people, people stop believing you. But when you exist on the internet, even though every single tweet and every single post and every single Facebook group, it comes from distinctly a person, right? But it often comes from a person you don't know very well and wouldn't recognize the name of if it came up again. Effectively making it anonymous. And so, you know, like how often when you read about something on Twitter, do you check like, well, let's see if he usually says smart things. Because to some extent, the fact that they are on the platform, oh no, the fact that they're on the platform is like the vouch for them, you know? It's like, well, probably wouldn't be on Twitter if they weren't a great person. And so, or whatever the logic may be here. Also, I think we're gonna dig this as a trench too. That's my idea. We dig 2 trenches, and then we're gonna turn this into path, all the way solid, just to make sure it's... Actually, wait, this will ruin the... Yeah, we need to untrenchify that too, maybe. So Cat dropping controversial opinion on slavery. Can't believe it's so political. Yeah, hot take. Oh my gosh. Creeper explosions are like ruining everything slowly. And he didn't even destroy the blocks I needed destroying. Because this is the end of the square. You know, whatever, it's fine. I guess I could just extend it a little bit that way, but I don't want to. So we're now gonna dig a trench along here, which I kind of messed up. And then also this will be a trench. The trenches are here, by the way, so that Enderman can pick up grass blocks. I don't think I have a single grass block yet. I'm gonna need it for museum. It's a whole thing. Untrenchify is my new favorite word. Says hungry. I like that your profile picture's a fox. Okay, I feel this image went kind of viral. It's one from the London Reddit, so I wanna share it with you because we have lots of foxes here. It's just a fox in a bin, and it's the cutest thing. Just a little peeking his head out from a public bin. And so if you haven't seen it, I've seen it in quite a few. You just search fox in a bin and you'll find it. And if you like foxes, there you go. What's the maximum number of blocks a creeper can explode? Not counting charge creepers. That's a fun little, that's a fun question. You know what, for Q&A Saturday, we should just answer fun questions like that, you know? Oh no, I'm gonna die. Oh no, I'm not. I got some sugar too. I mean, now I can get sugar from sugarcane. I think this is genuinely just worth dropping. Look at that. That's what I like to call growth internet. Do you see how I just immediately... And also, this bow, just drop it. This gunpowder, don't need it. All gone. Too many foxes. I think it's my younger sister screaming. Then I realize someone is having fun. I mean, sometimes they are just playing. I've seen them just like run after one another. So, you know, that's That's just sometimes, you know, after they run after an ult or whatever, they then have some fun in the other sense of that word. Sounds like one of those phrases you shouldn't Google. I know this is bedrock, but are you treating this like a hardcore world? No, I do want to like play some hardcore at some point. I think it'd be a fun little video of some form, maybe. I do definitely want to play hardcore. But I also think that like if like rather than assigning myself a hardcore when it's clearly not about the hardcore, it's just like, you know, how about instead we use deaths as a part of the game, just like you might do if you're playing at home as you watch this. Also, I have a whole mess of an inventory going on here. So what do we not need? I think that's about everything. There we go, we're good. Yeah, that creeper's not going to despawn in the day, which is going to be maybe a bit frustrating. Hardcore world will be a really great video idea, in my opinion. I think the only problem is you know, I'm not going to go... I do behind... Is it called Inside Baseball? The whole, like, explaining the business decision behind things too often. You know, how about instead we just say, like, you know, maybe it isn't a good idea. Maybe it is. Who knows for sure? Not me. But yeah, I don't tend to... I've got a few dumb videos. One of them is War Crime, any percent. Speedrun. You know, there's a lot of dumb ideas I'm playing around with right now. I think that, what, Toy Cat's inventory is a mess? I'm shocked, says Stan Marsh. I don't know how you could think that in the slightest. But yeah, no, if you want to know about the exciting business, it is the Toy Cat keyring being worked on right now. Oh, also, I've heard from some people who seem to know what they're talking about that there's a Minecraft update coming out real soon. I'm excited for it because the next Minecraft update is gonna really change speedrunning. Isn't genocide and a single mother a war crime? It is. You know, okay, you know, we're all friends here, so I can share my secrets with you right now, internet. Yeah, I think you're like, well, given that genocide is the whole goal for Minecraft speedrun, why don't we speedrun other war crimes? And so, you know, see how many war crimes we can commit in, like, I don't know, half an hour. I think it'd be fun. We need to stream of you going through your mini worlds, just organizing your storage. Honestly, that would be. It's surprising whenever people are actually like. I assumed it was one of those things people just said they wanted to watch, but they wouldn't actually. Also, oh no, I think this actually did need to be pathway blocks. Oopsie. So I guess we're gonna. Oh gosh. Okay, all of this can be pathway at least, and so can all of this. Yeah, it's fine. You know, let's just not think about it too hard. So this should be pathway. But then the next block doesn't need to be. Someone will do that war crime speedrun now and you know it. Oh no, I want to do the war crime speedrun. I think that's a very good idea. But no, yeah, so speedrunning as a whole is changing quite significantly. And yeah, so I definitely want to do a whole thing. Besides diamonds, you have more everything in your flat world than I have my regular world. Clearly, this is a sign that you need to make a flat world. Because you'll get significantly richer. Just you trust me on that one. Yeah, the path... Honestly, I think the pathway block is a block that I always... Ever since it came out in, like, 1.11, I always hated it. I just thought it was such a dumb concept. I like that this series is, like, forcing me to play with it. It's like, yeah. You gotta enjoy the pathway block. You gotta do something with it, you know? Okay, so... I wish we'd planned this better, but I think I will just fill this in. And that next thing will be the first official trench. What gets Toy Cat's attention? Why does he not see me? A lot of it is just random, sadly, you know, for better or for worse. But a lot of it is like, you know, interesting enough comments. I know it's like, one of the harshest things in the world to say to people is what you're saying is not very interesting. But statistically speaking, most of the time you say anything, it's not interesting to most people. And that's okay. We all are uninteresting some of the time. But yeah, I think that, you know, like what would other people like to hear is more important than would this person like to be heard. This is the same, like, you know, if you think about like a big group of people, it's the same base. Also, should we pathway up this so that it's in the, I'm not even sure at this point. Okay, now we're gonna, also, am I invisible when I mentioned pumpkin pies? I said it 5 times without anyone responding, and it's pretty important. It's probably because other people don't agree with you that it's important. That might be the explanation there. We are uninteresting in our own boring way, says Buckethead. I think that's a tragic but true reality, right? Is that we, in most ways, we're all like, you know, like, are my opinions on, I don't know, like when it comes to like my physical, my like, you know, like I'm just wearing a generic red t-shirt from Buc-ee's with a blue coat that I definitely didn't steal. Like, it's not particularly interesting. You know, look at my face. Tell me my defining facial features. Don't even have a big enough nose for that to be interesting. It's just like, well, you know, you have lips and you have eyes. I think that as a whole, most people are average in most ways, and average is very uninteresting. So as a father of 5, there are many times I want all children to just stop talking, even if momentarily. This is one of those times. Very philosophical conversation in a really weird way, but also true. I share very few interests with the majority of people around me. I think that's why it's so cool. Like, even though I'm not a football person, I thought it was so cool when today. I got caught in a crowd of literally thousands of people by accident. I was just trying to go to Costco, and I stumbled across the big football game. Yeah, I think that it's really cool when you're surrounded by people that share an interest with you. By the way, having this trench now means that Enderman can pick up the grass blocks, which is why I dug it. It took a long time to dig, but at least I did it. And now this is like slightly more solidly rounded. Now we have to go do the same thing, but over here. Did you ever return Harrison's coat? You know, it's funny. A lot of people like added Harrison on Twitter about it, and he was so confused. Just to clarify, it's not his coat. It was a fun joke, but just for the sake of. Oh, a red mushroom! Why did no one let me know about the red mushroom? Oh, chat, you done messed up, chat. Oh man, why didn't you tell me, chat? That would have been useful information. I could have really done with that. Thomas Stendhal says, hey Toycat, just got my emerald cat icon. Lucky me. Lucky you indeed. Oh, in fact, so if you need extra incentive to become a member, I'm releasing a member-only video this week. It was one that, like, I planned to make a decent video. Then it got kind of messed up, and I was like, well, guess this is for members. Like, it's very incomplete. It's not a good piece of work. But if you want to watch foods that are illegal in the United States, but legal in the UK, consider becoming a member. You know what? Even better. We've been streaming for 2 hours. This is about normal. We would be ending here, but for every member we get, the stream gets, I don't know, like 5 minutes longer. There you go. You wanna have more stream for everyone?
Toy cat tax. Keep her going, toy cat. Keep her going.
Thank you for telling me to keep her going, and to keep her going. I will do my best to keep her going. So yeah, if you want to have a green name next to your thing, you want to support the stream in like one of the most important reoccurring ways, because it's the channel as a whole. Like, it's one of the best ways to do that. But also, you want to extend the live stream by 5 minutes. There's a link at the bottom of the description as to how you can become a member. It's a very handy thing you can do. And so up until 1970 or so, blackcurrant was illegal in the USA. Yeah, indeed. You wanna learn more about that? How about minutes per dollar donated? Says Jupiter Jamie. I tried when I last did that. I think the stream was like 8 hours long, I think we did like every dollar is of 10 blocks placed. And I did not... We made like a 6,000 block long path or something in the end. I was very... It was, you know, it was fun. It was fun is what I'm trying to say. In a lot more words. I'm so tired, by the way. I've not slept correctly in days. I spend so much of my day being like, if I could fall asleep right here, that would be good. You know, if I could fall asleep right here, you know how good that would be for me? Do you know how much I'd enjoy that? I don't think you do appreciate how much I'd enjoy that. See, I'm gonna place down a... I'm not going to place down a mushroom here. For every cent we donate, you have to get another villager. See, now that's a good idea that is sustainable. Oh man, I'm sleeping stream. See, on Twitch, you genuinely one of the weirdest rules, you can't stream yourself sleeping. But we're not on Twitch, so you know what we can do? We can stream us. You know, it's let's watch the sunset together. Let's take a little nap. Let's oh yeah. There we go. Can we keep the live stream going through tips? Only one way to find out. You having a good day, internet? Yeah, this is good. Honestly, it's been cool to watch the progress, right? Hungover on chocolate. I didn't get any chocolate because I'm an adult and Easter is sad. Easter is just Costco being closed. That's all Easter is. Ba, 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 ba. People are always asking me to slow down talking. I hope that was good enough for you. Hope that was enough slowing down.
I'll take those odds.
Top tier content. Wait, let's see. Okay, so I've got the numbers. It shows me how many people are watching now. 964. And it says that it turns out there were 969 people watching before I fell asleep. So only 5 people left when we went to sleep. Obviously, I didn't actually get any sleep in. Man, that felt glorious though, just like turning off for a bit. Again, I haven't slept well in days. It's been so long since I had good sleep. I've forgotten what it is like. I genuinely is sleep real? What is love, you know? Baby, don't hurt me no more. Leave the room and you'll gain viewers. Testing crazy stream strategies. We would never leave when you put out such high quality content. Exactly, the sleeping is what people are here to see. Oh, man, this is rough. There's just too many skeleton arrows now. This isn't okay. Wait, is the creeper going after the skeleton? That's not gonna work out well, is it? Will creepers actually blow up to hurt skeletons? Because that feels like I'm gonna lose in that situation, you know? Attack. See, if I go in for the okay, you know, we're just gonna have to. I guess we can knock off the skeleton that way. There we go, and let's finish him with the sword, which definitely won't break. Yeah, nice. Okay. Okay, so now we can use these to place the foundations for our lovely little houses. And honestly, the lack of thunder today being a little bit disappointing. So, like I said before, I think we I think we've hit the 2-hour mark, and I'm so incredibly tired. Well, but we're going on for 5 more minutes. Thank you for becoming the 332nd channel member, B-Watts. No, I do appreciate stream tips. The membership is one of the best ways to help the channel, though, because it's like a recurring monthly thing, which makes it very useful for, you know, because one of the sad things about the real world, like I hate to say this is true, but it is sadly true, is that most expenses aren't one-off, they're month-to-month. Like, my favorite thing in the world is buying something once and then never having to think about it again. However, I'm sure you've noticed this in your own life. That's not how most things do work. Most of the time, to buy something, you have to put a monthly commit. Whether that's like a mortgage or rent or like electricity, you don't just buy an electricity box and then you're like, good. It's like, nah, bro. We want money from you for the rest of your life. And also the amount of money that we want from you is going to slowly go up every 6 months in the UK. But like, you know, electricity costs never go down. They're never like, by the way, we had a really good time. We had a really good quarter. Electricity costs went so far down. We're cutting your... Nah, it's like, you just pay more and more for electricity, more... And it's like, wow, that sucks. And so that, given that living costs... Like, honestly, I think this is the crux behind all the anti-work movements, or like, you know, like, especially young people being like, man, life just sucks. You have to like, the fact that being alive costs money is like a brutal fact to learn about the world, right? It seems horrifically unfair, and yet it is true. And so yeah, it's one of those fun little facts, or maybe fun, but in air quotes, you know? Do I have another shovel? I do not have another shovel. Tomorrow the Easter eggs will be on sale. Yeah, I'm thinking of buying myself an Easter egg tomorrow. I'm excited. But, yeah, no, I mean, Hungry seems to be recurring. Like 11 Mo in one stream. See, but even, okay, so recurring tips are, so like, obviously that's like, it's a more substantial source, but it's also more unreliable. You know, like to some extent this is like a factor thing on YouTube. Thank you so much, Kat M, for being the 333rd channel member. As of, okay, so if one more person becomes a member, also now we're going on for 10 more minutes, which means 7 more minutes from now till the stream ends. See, that's a fun. So look at how I'm holding your content hostage to get. I'm holding myself hostage to get members from you. Oh my god, there's so many. Yeah, my pro tip is we just keep going back and forth between the different things we have. And then eventually, we'll be able to do what we need to do. Yeah, basically, oh, my brain is so tired right now. I'm sorry. I think that, like, one of the craziest things about YouTube as a job, like, there's lots of really good upsides that everyone talks about all the time. You're all aware of them, blah, blah, blah. But, it's also one of the most, like, variable income. Like, literally, like, oh, yeah, you made 63% less than you did last month. And now you made double what you made last month. And now you made 10% less. And now you're making, you know, 14% more. And
I'm an unreliable fox. Cool face. POS, don't add this to stream time. You need sleep.
Nah, you know, I need members more than I need sleep. I need people to watch my video about foods that are illegal in the United States, but not in the UK. And I'm willing to... No! Thank you so much, Polly E, for becoming 334th member. We're now officially a third of the way to 1,000. See? 1,000 members. What is it? I think it's $5 a month, so like, you know, 4. Just under 4 after. That's like... That would be enough to pay for... that would cover... like, okay, this is always, tell me if you disagree with my logic here. Also, I once had a dream that I was a crossover video of you. Many a true word, Rabbit Luigi. I know it would never happen, but it was amazing. That's the best thing about dreams, right? Is that things that would never happen all the time. Because it's just your brain mixing things together, kind of going crazy. It's like it's like an art piece, but your brain is making it specifically for you out of your interests. It's what people love to see. So yeah, we're now going for 10 minutes off. It's 10 minutes starting from now because we got 5 minutes a member and we had 3 members and it's been 5 minutes since the first one. You know what? How about we use actual times? We're going till 50 past. We're going to 55 past because 335 members. Thank you so much, Goody. Okay. No, yeah, so, this is my, like, also counterintuitive tip here. Tip to end the stream so I can go to sleep. Wait, counterintuitive tip to end the stream. Wait, I can work it out. Hopefully your sleep patterns can get, oh god! Oh no! Okay, I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna die. Are the phantoms gonna go away though? Okay, hopefully sleep patterns get to normal and you get some rest. Yeah, the worst bit is I've been sleeping at a really consistent time. Hate to embarrass myself, that time is 2 a.m. But I'm just waking up at 5 a.m. Like, so exhausted, but also, like, almost unable to get back to sleep. I don't know what's wrong with my body. Like, I don't know. I should see a sleep therapist or something. I actually, I don't know. There's so many, like, basic adult tasks where it's like, I can do that really easily. It's just, like, organizing the task takes a lot of effort. This is the worst thing about being an adult. You have to, like, organize unfun things for yourself to do in the future. Also, hey, thank you, Darren Hughes. Okay, we're now going on till 11 instead of 55. It's now to 11. It's 11 UK time, so that's 18 minutes from now. Hey, thank you. Life ain't easy for a famous YouTuber, says James. You know what's really hard? Sometimes, like, I know this sounds impossible, but it's actually true. Sometimes I wake up and I have to make videos, even though I would rather sit there and play games. It's like, I hate to break it to you, but that's not normal. Yeah, so I always, okay, so what it is to some extent is like, there are so many people that will come to the house. Like, okay, this is actually kind of annoying to me. Like, the world starts at 8 a.m., right? Or sometimes 7 a.m., but the world starts at 8 a.m. So if you're like me and you're working till, you know, you're doing things that are required of you until midnight or so. Because that's like, you know, I'm streaming right now at 11. If I wanted to sleep at 10 p.m., I could not sleep at 10 p.m. because I'm here streaming. Like, you can't stream and I was gonna say you can't stream and sleep at the same time, but I think we've proven you can today. It's not usual that people stream and sleep at the same time. Those are usually distinct activities that are separated somewhat from each other. You can make any dirt variant into a path, says Ace Plante. You know, you really can, can't you? Anyway, so, yeah, there's like, cause I'm like still in the process of, actually, you know, this is my life pro tip for anyone out there. Like, the amount of work it takes to like have a house slowly become nice around you while you live in it, not worth it. If you can pay someone, try and find someone to pay. I just assume like, well, it's just like 10 people coming round. But it's like, no, there are tasks where you don't even know the name of the person who has to come round for it, right? And then you ask people like, can you do this? And they're like, oh, I can't do that. And you're like, so who would? And they're like, I don't know, man. Like, you can't, you know, it's like, so it's really confusing, like, getting certain things done. But also, yeah, like, the world starts at 8. And there's no, like, opt-out for that. So even if I'm going to sleep at 2 because I'm working till midnight, air quotes working if you want to call YouTube that. Like, so I'll get phone calls at 8 from, like, my bank or from whoever else. You know, like, that's when stuff happens. And so the world just doesn't work. I mean, like, I guess I can turn off my phone. And I guess I could not answer my door to, you know, people who are paid to come around. But those are both pretty extreme, pretty rude solutions, right? The actuality is it kind of is just how it is. And so I'm sleeping very badly. Because, like, okay, tomorrow there's a painter coming around. He's doing some wood painting because my windows here, They're so gross. They're like horrifyingly gross, and I spent so long trying to fix them. I got this anti-mold, like, clean. It doesn't work on wood or so. I don't even know. Anyway, so there's someone who's coming around to deal with that, and I don't know what time they're coming around, but that could mean that they're coming around at 8 a.m. Wood painting sounds good. Yeah, I mean, who even knows? Also, why hasn't my new membership come in the screen? Says Polly E. Oh, you must be delayed, so that means I can't talk to you. But you'll see this later, Polly E. Your membership did come on the screen. You are member 334. Why not just stream earlier? Says Cora. We've actually, okay, so I used to try streaming at a lot of different times, to like, kind of like do the science and work out, like, okay, when is objectively the best time to stream? And the conclusion from that is that later on, the reason this stream time works so well, about 8:30 p.m., is that, because obviously, people have either school or work as the primary thing in their day. And that's somewhere between, that ends about 3, 4, maybe 5 p.m., depending on whether it is school or work, what type of school or work it is.
Yes.
Also, thank you very much, Hungary. I agree. Toy Cat is yes. You know, that's a true fact you be saying there. And so the way to line up the east coast of the US with the European, so like people in Europe are not asleep yet, but people in the US are done with work. Because, you know, like, notice how Pookie is here so much? She works a real people job. I don't think it's probably an office anymore. I could be wrong, Pookie. But like a real people job that would be in an office pre-COVID, I'm guessing. And yet, and despite that fact, she is still here because it's late enough for her.
I wonder what happens when you name tag a warden. Hope you are well. Another reason for art is rich people use it to avoid taxes.
I mean, there is a whole very interesting world of that. It does have to be said. There is a very interesting world of avoiding taxes with art. Yeah, it's very interesting. Still wondering why the foundations of the village houses are mud, since mobs will be able to spawn in them. In fact, I don't know why the foundation is mud. I think later we're going to have to cover it in... Oh, wait. Clever idea. We'll put some moss carpet on there. We'll make them from different stuff, I guess. We can make the mangrove one from moss carpet. Makes as much sense as anything else. A little L upside down. Mobs definitely can't spawn on moss carpet, right? Because it's a thing. Then we could put some carpet on one of them. It'll be one of the distinguishing factors. It's only 1647 here. You know, maybe I'm wrong about that. I mean, like, I guess maybe are you watching Toy Cat streams on company? Oh wait, it's a Sunday. Never mind. You know, it's also Easter. My bad. You know, I had a good point in there, but I forgot how it worked. Okay, my brain is working well right now. Trust me, everyone. Actually, you know, let's keep working on this. This is our big project. It's important to me, so we're gonna make sure we do it. This whole area needs to be correctly flattened, because where the villages are, there needs to be not any mob spawns. It's a Monday and a public holiday, lol. Oh yeah, Easter Monday is a thing here. I only learned that because my calendar says, ooh, it's Easter Monday. I just feel it's Sunday, my brain is also tired and broken. Toy Cat streams on Easter so Jesus can watch. It's true, you know, doing the favor. But that's why streaming late is the smart thing to do. I think there's probably an argument to be made that, well, because everyone else streams at the same time, streaming at suboptimal times is also good. Because there's fewer, you know, competition streamers. But I think in the case of these streams, like, it's not really hitting the same market as every other Minecraft streamer. I've watched it on company times many times. Hey, that's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear, Pookie. I mean, as long as you're doing your job right. You know, something I find really interesting, because people talk about it all the time, but it's the idea of unlimited paid time off. Because in America, companies are famous for like not giving their employers much leave, because the legal minimum paid time off in America is 0 months and 0 days. whereas in Europe it's between about 4 and 6 weeks, depending on where you are. And so, because there's no legal minimum paid time off in the United States, some companies don't give any, or they give like some hilariously small amount. But some companies do the exact opposite, and they say have as much as you want. Have all the paid time off you want in the world. And there's the weird effect that if you tell people they can have all the paid time off they want in the world, rather than forcing them to take it and instead saying, here you go, here's a thing you can have, it like encourages people to be like, ooh, I don't know when I should be taking this. There's, like, I've noticed this in myself. Like, I can theoretically have unlimited, like, I don't know, I'm sure you've noticed from my weird travel plans, like, I could be wherever, working or not working on this whole thing. And, but, like, there's always an element of, like, well, do you want to be doing that? Do you want to be sacrificing some part of your career? And it's a weird element of, like, do you think the perfect job is one where you're perfectly engaged and you really want to be doing it and you really care as soon as it's over? Or do you think the perfect job is one where the moment it's over, sorry, you can stop caring about it? Like, this is a fun question, I guess, for you, all watching this video. Because I think everyone has a slightly different stance. Almost don't understand the other people on it. Because I love the, like, I care about what I do. Like, it sucks sometimes because I'll be out and about and I'm like, oh, I wonder how this video's doing. I wonder, here's a great idea I just had. I like doing this as Cat Beanie. Thank you very much. It is always appreciated, by the way. I love just leaving and not worrying about it. Right, that should be the, to me, that should be the trade-off of, like, you know, more money is the trade-off in exchange for not having to care. In exchange for no late responsibility. Perfect job makes a lot of money. Don't care what it is. Also, typically, full-time employees start with 10 days of paid time off. Maximum paid time is usually 25 days. Everyone I've heard of in the US has a minimum paid time off anyway, but yeah, we have to mention the legal, like, 0 thing. Or people go like, well, because it's not legally required, it doesn't exist. Everyone knows that the only things that really exist are things that are in laws. By the way, 8 minutes till the stream ends. It's gonna be good. First option, as long as you're single. The latter, once you become a family person. I think, okay, you know, it kind of blows my mind that, like, there is this difference in how people do jobs based on if they have a family. Like, it feels so weird to me that we say, like, oh yeah, well. Also, by the way, do you like my fish? This is stripy. This is not stripy. We're gonna make a very nice fish tank. It's gonna be great. Actually, should we place our fish? 8 minutes feels like forever when you're as tired as you look. I think if I hadn't said I was tired, no one would say I was. I think it's one of those, like, you see what you want to see kind of things. If this is the same villager, by the way, we're just gonna finish him off. Just don't trample my crops. Oh no. Oh, I didn't figure you'd use so many arrows. Man, you are stubborn. Okay, he's dead. Perfect. In case you're curious as to why we kill him, it's so we can get another wandering trader, and that wandering trader can have good things. Okay, so given that we now have 3 villager houses ready, they're actually not fully ready. We need to put the trapdoors in place. But, your eyes look exhausted, sir. Why hasn't Toycat covered game mode 9 and what is game mode 7 and 8? Yeah, that's a good idea. I should do that. I really want to get a Let's Play. Like, I missed the Let's Play last week. I really want to get one done. I'm, like, so emotionally, like, I don't know what the word would be. I'm like, you know, it's the weirdest thing of, like, wait, yeah, they don't need any, oh gosh, not again. Yeah, I guess the cows don't need any grass to grow. So we're gonna move in here, and we're gonna keep on trying to make this into paths. And we'll hope that the phantoms get caught in the cows. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna end at 11. It's gonna be great. I refer to most Minecraft mobs as it. I like needlessly gendering Minecraft mobs. I think that's a good way to do things. Hey, thank you, Casey Cordova. for the membership. Hope you'll enjoy the video about things which are illegal in the United States, but are legal for me to eat in the UK. And we'll be streaming till 11:05 now. It's gonna be good. We're gonna be real good. I may be an hour behind, but maybe build a perimeter fence. No, the idea is... Oh gosh, where's that even coming from? Yeah, I think that's a sign we need to move our dirt out a little bit. But I think I want to build relatively shortly after all of this. So let's just move away for now. Move away, move. Go and trade with the villager. Okay. Oh yeah. I love getting a full emerald for every single one of those. It's just such a good deal. Yeah, we're getting totally wrecked again. Just non-stop wrecked. Was the video about Leap Food meant for the second channel and you're just putting it here anyway? Oh, it was meant for the third channel and then I didn't finish it and I was like, you know what? Let's monetize. No, yeah, it's I think that's like, with the exception of the Iron Brew video, which I made specifically thinking as few people as possible need to see this. Thank you so much for becoming the 338th channel member. Also, I need to grow another one of these. Oh wait, did I not get any pustules or whatever they're called? Oh no, I thought they all dropped into the water and they grew themselves. Chat, I think I grew one mangrove tree precisely and that's it. I think I have exactly one. Which is a little bit frustrating actually. Okay. We got this. Also, the number of mobs that are spawning in, genuinely upsetting me. So what we're going to do is we're going to deliberately breed a ton of mobs. Because the frame rate is too high right now. Because there are just not enough mobs spawned in. We need to bring that frame rate right down. With a ton of mob spawns. Here we go. So yeah, this is the perfect area in my world because no mobs can spawn anywhere within walking distance from me. It's really good. And so from here, you can grow more from the leaves. Can you really? Oh, okay, that's useful to know. So yeah, while we wait for things to happen, we'll just keep on breeding with them. Things be good. Also, let's dig our little area right now. You know, this is something we should do now before when we're panicked and we don't really know how. Let's dig like a... Okay, so let's line this up. It's over here. So we're gonna go inwards here. And then here. We could have like some trapdoors to block it off or something. But I want to have like specifically a place. Okay. So wherever the pigs are, I think it's one block that way. Oh no, it's like 2 blocks that way. So this is where the pigs are. If we put like some trapdoors there, in fact, let's make some trapdoors. So we make some acacia wood, we make that into trapdoors. Because we can see through these trapdoors, which makes them very handy for what we're trying to do. Oh no, okay, so now we put a trapdoor up like that. Oh no, no. Okay. So while the trapdoor is open, I don't think pigs can get through. And so we can use this to... Oh wow, how did that pig just... Oh, he's just... Have you ever seen this happen before, internet? I'm not sure what I should be thinking. I think we broke Minecraft. Okay, no, it's fine. He's gone. He's good. He's living his best life. For now. Okay, so let's eat him. And now we know we got a lovely little place for this. And then what we can do is we can dig around a little bit more, and it's fine because mobs won't spawn on this. Okay, we're actually gonna have to just make ourselves another shovel. Now we dig around this. Okay, so that's the last block here. That's the next block. And then we'll make a place where we can place water down. And, okay, so this is the corner, and then 1, 2, 3. This is the corner, and then round here. And so all we have to do is place, okay, we'll place like a half slab over here. And then, okay. So this is my genius idea, right? And no, stop. Okay, so, oh gosh, okay, this is really bad. This is really not what I want. Stop, oh gosh, what have I done? What have I done? Why did it work so well in the other direction, but not over here? Oh, I think the lightning rod was saving my life in the, okay, so. This is very bad. This is very bad. Okay. So, we're just gonna kill a lot of pigs, you know? If we kill enough pigs to make this work, it's gonna be fine. So, okay, we just murder all the pigs till we get in there. And then we need to place our half slab. I don't know how we're ever gonna place that half. Okay, wait, we use water to push them back. We'll grab some water. And we'll literally push the pigs away from me. Oh god, there's so many of... Oh man, that... Oh no. Oh, what have we done? What have we done to ourselves here? Is that... Oh god, now I've messed this up. Okay, so I'm making mistake after mistake here. But that's fine. Okay. We're gonna lure them with carrots. Ah, yeah, carrots! I had a much more aggressive solution than carrots. That's a much better idea. Okay. So now we're gonna get all the pigs back in. We're gonna lure them in using their favorite food. Okay, so pigs will come back in here. And we're gonna get as many in as possible. Until we're literally crammed all in. Yeah, it's... Even this isn't gonna work correctly. Like, we need them to stop taking up this entrance here. Like, that's all I've got to do. Or we could try and make it one way somehow. If we make it, like, slightly higher up, maybe pigs could get out, but not in. Oh, man. It's 8... The stream's ending in 8 minutes, but it's, But we need to fix a very big problem. How do I make so many big mistakes? See, I'm glad I made it now, don't get me wrong. But also, it's just like, oh, come on, guys. This isn't okay. What you're all doing to me right now. So we'll just make all the pigs float away. Oh gosh. How do I make things worse? Every time I try something. Okay, we just need to get one block placed in there. So I'm just gonna keep on punching you guys. Okay, just let me, just come on, guys. Come on. I need to, just, come on. Please, just. Get out of the hole. Just stop, okay? You're not... okay. Let me place a half slab. That's all I need to do here. In fact, even a half slab's gonna cause me issues later. Oh no. Okay, yeah, just... Please, let me... Oh, just why? Why is life pain? Oh. I just stopped going in the gap. There we go. The moment it gets emptied, okay, if we like, all of you guys, we're gonna force a little thing over here. Okay, now we're gonna fill the gap up. Okay, yes. Okay, now we, I'm not sure what we want to do with that actually. Also, Gray 882, thank you so much for becoming a member. Okay, that should do something for now. Now the next plan is we're gonna open that up. Thank you, Gray882, for becoming a channel member. We're now going until 15 past. Thank you for 339. Cost of lacking sleep is deep. Yeah, that, you know, that's the real. See, now we're gonna try and get the pigs to climb up through there. I don't know if it's gonna work. Maybe if we remove a couple more blocks. Okay, baby pigs can come through. That's like half the battle, right? Yeah, what we have to do is we have to get them to go all the way round and then up through the top and in that way. So any and all pigs. Okay, we're gonna herd the pigs back into the hole. I may not off if this keeps going. Hey, shared sleep deprivation. Also, IVX Toycat, this is my genius idea. Me as he's talking. No. Okay, so just as many pigs as we can get. We'll even break this boat, right? The amount of durability I just wasted on my axe there. Okay, as many of the pigs we gotta get out there as we can. Are we good? Okay, we're good. So now we're gonna make a little temporary, just a temporary thing up here. Okay, look how many pigs we got here. So there's a lot of pigs. Yeah, we need a, you know, actually, let's just take them down to the real entrance. Yeah, this isn't working for anyone. Just all of you, come this way. Oh my gosh. Look at the way they're walking. That is not how pigs would walk in the real world, I think. Okay. We'll get out now. Have them fall in 2 blocks down into the enclosure. Yeah, exactly. That's my new plan. I'm going to walk them up from the top. My other strategy is clearly not working well. Okay. So now we get them over here. Oh, they all haven't gone up yet. I'm going to eat some more carrots. Just get all the way up. Are we good? You good? Come on. You can finish it, guys. You can. No, don't go down. Just whatever. This is enough pigs. We can kill the rest. One of the best things about Minecraft is sometimes you'll spend a very long time fixing mistakes that you shouldn't have made. And it's a valuable lesson in not making those mistakes in the future. You know, it's like the is bad things happening to you in childhood a good thing argument, but is making terrible mistakes in Minecraft a good thing? I don't know, man. Probably not, but it is very satisfying when you fix them at least. How are there even so many pigs in this hole? Like, it doesn't make any sense that this many fit in, but I really am glad they do. Okay, just keep on getting in the hole, boys. You can do it. Am I gonna have to physically hit you in? Come on, guys. Come on, just in the hole. Oh man, you can do better than this. I swear you can. Okay, 2 more. You're getting a good punch in there, I'm afraid. You can go in there, it's fine. Okay, so now there's another batch of pigs, but I think this batch will be so small that it's genuinely gonna be smarter just to not. Also, Fart, thank you very much for the high quality, well thought out super chat there, Noah Reisman. I never really thought about it, but you raise a good point that people are afraid to talk about in today's environment. But I'm glad that you could say it with such conviction, because if more people were brave and could say what they really felt like you, maybe the world would be a better place. Oh wow, I actually did get most of the pigs out. I think this one probably needs to get in. Let's be honest, kill the baby pig. And then there's more baby pigs we have to kill. But overall, that went less bad than it could have. And now we have a little pig army, perfectly ready for me to turn into zombie piglins. Well, okay, he's in that side. So now we breed all of these pigs together, try to replace the ones we lost. Oh, no. Okay, so I've got to be really careful about not doing that in the future. I've got to be very careful about that. Honestly, it's probably worth, like, replacing that bottom block. But I'm not going to be able to, so it's fine. Yeah, I think I should make, like, another half slab on one of these. Okay. So now we're going to get a ton more carrots, because this is my personal food as well as my breeding food. And we're streaming for another 6 minutes today. How has your day been, Internet? You know, let's have like a therapy session. How is your day? I hope it's going well. A herd of pigs is called a drove. I mean, that's why they say they come in droves, right? Also, look at that. The carrots are literally turning into 2 separate sacks. Like, I don't understand what just happened there. Like, I genuinely do not. Pig's eyes look weird. My beds are sus. Aren't we all sus, really? In our own way. Very average, says Nutter. See, average is underappreciated. Like, you know, I do think we need good. But average is like, yeah, it could have gone terribly, and it didn't. Could be all over right now. but it's not. My day has been worse and worse. Every time you mispronounce a word, it gets worse. Wait. My daya, Hassa, Ben, Bader, Anad, Ivry, Timmy, yo, mispronounce. Yeah, there we go. You get the point. I'm having fun with it. My day was fine besides the fact that I woke up at 2 p.m. So it's great, 822. See, waking up late is an easy way to make your days better because there's less day to get horribly ruined by things. See, that's a depression life pro tip right there. What is a group of Endermen called? Ender buddies. You know, every Minecraft animal needs to have its like pluralized term thing. Me and the girlfriend made cornflake cakes. That was fun. Everyone does love cornflake flakes. So yeah, I Ender quad. It's much easier on your constitution. I do have to say that there is this like weird feeling of like waking up late where it's like, also thank you Miss Dragon, 340 members. So I'm talking about, we're now going till 20 past. Okay. So my next mega project, I'm gonna mention it now. I've come up with it. I've got all this dirt, and I finally decided I want to turn this area right here into. I'm not sure if it's gonna be path or it's gonna be dirt. I want to make a dirt forest because the whole point of this whole world, it's very big and it's very bland. It's flat and there's nothing going on. So you know what could make it better? Also, we're going for 8 more minutes unless we get more members because that was a good decision we made. They're trying to kill me by a lack of sleep. If you want, you can leave, Cat. We'll get. Someone said Harrison was here, so he can got it. I'm sure he can got it. Build a mountain. Yeah, I do like the idea of building a mountain too. Don't get me wrong. Like in the background, I think it'd be very cool. Maybe we have a mountain, but we cover the mountain in dirt trees. I think that's also a fun idea. But like, I want to start building. Okay, so I'll give you an example of what one could look like. So over here, it's gonna be like. What even does a tree look like? I don't honestly know. It looks like this, right? This is how trees look in Minecraft. Okay, so the tree could look like this. This is my idea for a dirt tree. It's a very basic dirt tree, but you get the idea, right? This is how. You see that? Look, we made a tree out of dirt. It looks fun. Or what we could do is we could go. Okay, so I'll build a second tree. What we could also do, because this is probably better for the thing, we could make a pathway block biome. Oh, you know, just imagine this is what the whole tree looks like. Which do you think looks better, Internet? I think the dirt looks better, but we'd have to pathway the ground. Can you please dab for me, please? Says Noah Reisman. I lost my. I'm sorry, man. I lost. Don't have my wallet. Yeah, didn't bring cash for me today. Sorry. Yeah, I would love to do that thing you asked, but can't do it. Dirt trees and the dirt hill would look so confusing. Yeah, I think they might have to be separate. I think they'd get merged. Oh, man, I hate these guys so much. Use wood for the leaves. Let's see what that looks like actually. Like it's definitely gonna be too expensive to actually do. But let's grab some. Okay, let's just to see what it would look like. Let's go. Oh Christ. Man, it's so annoying. I deliberately stacked myself up using dirt, and then the phantom just ruins that for me. Okay, there we go. We're gonna have to do this now, because I know I'm gonna get hit by a phantom and it's gonna ruin my day. Okay, so the bottom layer of these is like quite a few of this. Okay, so this is what the wood version of this looks like. What do you reckon, Insnap? Honestly, I kind of like that too, but I think to fit the the theme of Superflat, being built solely out of dirt fits it better. Do you think I'm wrong there, internet? I think this just being dirt, not even path, might be a better idea. Mojang toke notes. We can build it out of leaves if we make shears. No, we need so many shears. I know we can trade for them later, but right now, ouch. You see how annoying that is, by the way? Like you have to like move backwards and hit them at the same time. So no, it's a silly design for a mob. We should all feel ashamed of ourselves for accepting it. Oh Christ! All dirt. Yeah, I think all dirt is definitely the way to go. I think that is the way we gotta be doing this. The leaves would decay. No, if you place leaves, like leaves only decay when they're part of a regular tree. You can not place them that way though if you want. Then make one string from spiders. 4 string makes wool. Please tell me the phantoms have gone away now that I ran fast enough. Got an iron farm design in mind. Apparently there aren't many creative ways you can make iron farms on bedrock. So I was just going to use the generic design. You know, as much as I'd love a... Like, I liked that the mob farm we used here was at least somewhat inventive. Whereas the iron farm will have water, so it'll probably just be like a fully functional one. Again, I haven't really decided when to do that. I kind of need villagers first before I can properly decide what's happening. Build a mountain out of leaves. Yeah, this honestly, when you got zombies fighting you, chopping down trees is so much harder. This is the worst bit about waiting for lightning, is having to chop down trees, just while doing fun little 360s. Should we make it a fun game? Let's see how long we can go without getting hit by a zombie, while still chopping down trees effectively. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, no zombies getting me today. Okay, this is fine. This is still fine. Okay, so that's gonna stay there. Gonna chop down this tree, and then we're gonna chop down... Oh no, missed it. Oh, okay, we're good. I love how many zombies are joining the... You know, this is the fun way to chop down trees. Do you ever get bored and you feel like, oh, just the same thing over and over again? This is a way to make it different. This is a way to make it a whole thing. This is the challenge for surviving a Superflat, is making a whole map that's not flat. Yeah, honestly, making as many unique biomes as we can is a very good challenge idea. I like that, yeah, like basically making the real world again, but from scratch in a flat way. It's a fun idea. It's a fun idea. So we're ending the stream in 2 minutes. It's been really fun to join you for today. Thank you for making my Easter more social, internet. You know, as always, days can be questionable. Dead coral block mountain. Oh, can you imagine how long that would take? Can you imagine? Future stream idea, dirt maze. I do want to make a hedge maze out of leaves once we can get shears. Getting shears is like a very multi-step process. But I do want to do it. It is my dream.
No cap, this series is such an interesting and fun thing to watch. You have a lot more patience than me to do this, that's for sure.
Thank you very much for saying I have patience, Cataquack. But also thank you for the tip. I really appreciate it. I use money to buy things, and so I appreciate it when people give me money, because then I can use that to buy things that I will enjoy. You know, I also think, you know, outside of that very high quality opinion right there. Oh, also we can trade one of these in. Why? Look at that! I got like 2 emeralds in a separate stack. Minecraft's working real strangely recently. Real strangely. Yeah, no, thank you very much for the high quality tip. I'm really disappointed that we streamed for a full, like, you know, what is that, like 15 Minecraft days today, without ending up with the second lightning strike we also desperately need. But I think that's okay. I think, you know what, it's also heartbreak so far, losing access to mangrove trees. Oh wait, let me save you. Okay, so we're ending the stream now. Thank you so much for coming along, everyone. It's been a great time. But as a fun little exciting thing that I realized after people said it is that a way we can get those little pustules. Oh, wait, we can't. Okay, not on this version. Well, you know what? I hope you all enjoyed the live stream. Please do like and favorite and subscribe because that's... Oh gosh, I hate you so much. Because today has been very fun and you've been fun. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you. I'm probably going to be streaming on Thursday next because Tuesday is a very big day for the new update. I'll have some new seeds to show off. Okay, actually, I'm going to try and correct this in the description, but no one reads the description. So if you could leave a comment or, like, correct anyone you see in the comments. My video on Tuesday, I'm going to have a seed video where I talk about 1.18.20 seeds. People are going to be like, but I'm playing 1.18.30. So I'm going to try and fix that. Buy something irresponsible for me. I totally will, Cryptid Prince. Thank you for coming along. It's been so many days without a lightning storm. But we're going to have one, and it's going to be fun. And I look forward to seeing you there next time. Goodbye. I wonder what's happening to me right now. That was odd.